Yeah, I'll go ahead, Zeke. Here we
Yeah.
are.
What is up?
Here we are.
Welcome to the couch, the TV, the living room, the lounge. We are in the NBA draft watch along. Welcome to the Shot Sports Podcast. Make sure you subscribe and smash the like button for us. So we're gonna have people on throughout the night. And I know we got one person right now with us. David. Welcome to the show, buddy. Welcome to the watch along, man.
Thanks a lot for having me, man. Really excited to get into this, man. A huge fan of the NBA draft. I go crazy for all like the predictions and breakdowns and stuff, and I know that's your guys' specialty too. So really looking forward to this.
So we're gonna have Chris on a little bit later. We got Nas, we got Sam, the 2-3 regular hosts as well, and we got our guest David. So what blockbusters do we see happening before this draft starts?
Jaylen Brown to the Jazz, bro. Jaylen Brown to the Jazz, and the Celtics take Knuppel.
The Jazz are just poised though to make a move like that. We talked about it a few weeks ago. We talked about how my dark horse for Giannis, if Giannis was ever going to get moved, was the Utah Jazz, because there's a lot of expiring deals on their table right now. And that's something that if I'm Utah and I'm looking to get a star player to surround this young talent that I'm about to draft, I was looking at Giannis, and now Jaylen Brown's available. I mean, I take your chances.
I don't know, bro.
Your chances.
I know we haven't seen Jaylen Brown as the one yet, and I feel like he wouldn't be that great on a team that's still rebuilding. That's personally just me. I feel like, and he has a $300 million contract, dude. It's gonna be really hard to build around that. So, I mean, if it happens, it happens. I hope it does, because that'd be
hell trying to make that work.
Yeah, GM's gonna have to work overtime for that one. But
somebody said Knuppel, and that was actually going to be something I wanted to talk about. So, and it was you talk about the Jazz. I don't know if like you guys have any like guys that you think are like underrated or overrated in the draft, but personally, as much as I hate to say it, I think Knuppel is one of the most overrated guys in the draft right now because of where I'm seeing him projected. The last Bleacher Report mock draft I saw had him going number 5 to the Jazz. He's been getting a lot of top 5 looks in the past like week or so, seemingly out of nowhere. It seems like every single year there's like one guy who's like set at a position and then just rises really rapidly in a couple days. And I'm sorry, I like Khan, but I don't buy top 5 for him at all. And I know Jaylen, I mean, I'm not sure how you feel about him, but having the worst record in the NBA last year just to get like a 3-and-D connector piece, I feel like that would be pretty bad.
Hey, David, you'll like this one real quick. The most underrated player in this draft is Danny Wolf.
Oh, hell yeah, baby.
A most underrated player in the draft. I want you guys to understand. Danny Wolf is insane. I don't know why no one's talking about him. He has a crazy bag. I've done research on every single player like before bed every night, and he stands out to me every time. It's insane. So watch out for him in the draft, and I'm really interested to see where he goes because he will fit everywhere. 7 foot sophomore, by the way.
It's crazy that like a year ago he was an unranked, like he was at Yale a year ago.
Yeah.
And he was just some unknown guy. And
dude, I didn't know that until like 2 days ago. That's crazy. Yeah, no,
and it's funny. He was actually on the Yale team that upset Auburn 2 years ago. But we turned him into something special. The thing about Danny Wolf that I like, obviously I'm biased because I'm a huge Michigan fan, so I want to say that he's getting the most underrated. The thing about Danny Wolf that I think he's going to need to figure out is that he does not know how to – he's going to have to adjust to NBA pace because so many times in college he tried to like speed the game up, tried to go too fast and everything. I'm pretty sure at one point of the season he led the Big Ten in turnover percentage. And he kind of reminds me of Rudy Gobert in a sense because if you drag him out to the perimeter, he can kind of be a liability defensively.
He's a little slow, yeah. I mean, you can say that for anybody, though, and majority of the people getting drafted tonight need to catch up, I would say. But
yeah, I think his deficiencies are very like you can coach them out of him though. So yeah. I'm really excited to see where he goes. I know I'm trying not to get myself hyped about it, but I know the Bulls had a private workout with him. Like it probably won't happen. 12 would be a reach for him, but like man, how cool would that be?
Look, go ahead, Jaylen, about the Jaylen Brown. I want to hear your thoughts on that.
I mean, we get Jaylen Brown. I don't even know who we're gonna give up because I'm not giving
Laurie.
up.
You have to give up Laurie and
Yeah.
Collins, bro. You have to.
And I
Yeah,
like
to make
Collins.
salaries right, you 100% would.
Is Laurie even going to be like an attract? I mean, I feel like you'd have to. I'm sorry. Is John Collins even going to be like an attractive piece because he's making like 27
More than
million?
Laurie.
Man, he just exercised his option.
That's why they did it, so they could trade him. It's a better. It's a better look.
He's going to be more of a flashy option than Lauri Markkanen, simply because Markkanen's contract looks to be an albatross right now. He's not bad. Don't get me wrong. Lauri Markkanen is a talented basketball player. Good stretch 4, right? Like he's a good stretch 4. He's not worth the contract, though. Hence why, if I'm an NBA exec, I look at a trade like that, especially if I'm Brad Stevens over with Boston. I look at a trade like that. I just moved Kristaps Porzingis in the Kristaps Porzingis and Friends 3-team trade. I just moved Drew Holiday. Anthony Simons is now on this team. They need a big. And if I'm getting offered Collins and Lauri Markkanen, that's a very fast 5. You can throw it on the floor. And you won't have to give up much draft capital if you're taking on all that salary either.
Right.
So I just found out that Suni Lee will be a draft correspondent, man. Eye candy.
I mean, OG Anunoby's going to be there too.
You know, we're talking about overrated, underrated guys. We just saw him go down the little high five alley they're making right now. Kaman Malawak from Duke. Kaman Malawak is a dog. He's a defensive menace. He reminds me of what Clint Capella was like 4 or 5 years ago with the Rockets already, is what he reminded me of during that March Madness tournament. I think whoever gets Kaman Malawak is getting a lockdown 5. He's 7'1", athletic, quick for a big. There's Danny Wolf right there. He's quick for a big. I think Kaman Malawak might be, obviously Cooper Flagg's 1 of 1. Like, he's going to be the best player out of this draft class as of right now. But I think Kaman Malawak has a case for being at least top 3 out of this class. When it's all said and done, when all these guys' careers are done, I feel like Kaman Malawak could be towards the top of like most successful players to come from the class of 2025.
Yeah, he's the type of guy where he doesn't even have to block shots. He's such a big physical enforcer that you watch some Duke games and guys, even if he's like anywhere near the low post, guys are having to alter the way they shoot, rush their shots. Just he's one of those guys where his just sheer presence is going to make guys shoot less effective in the paint.
The NBA says that they're going to look into some of the factors that were leading up to injuries for Tyrese Halliburton, Jason Tatum, Damian Lillard. They're going to look into what's considered, quote, injury causes. This is per Jack Murray Bleacher Report.
It just happens. I don't think there's anything they can really do to prevent.
And nothing really they can really say. I mean,
like, injuries happen every year. I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to disregard it, but like you can't do anything about it.
This is a silver comment here. We had 7 this year, that being Achilles ruptures, Achilles tears. We had 0 last year under the exact same seasonal circumstances. The most we have ever had in a season is 4. The NFL has Achilles issues as well, so the purpose of convening with experts is to figure out what is going on. So they're not obviously going to change anything immediately, but it's at least smart to look into what might be the root cause of what's going on. What might be the concern? We talked about this on Tuesday too. Like, what exactly is it that is leading to this quick of deterioration of these superhuman athletes' lower halves? We talked about it Tuesday. There's definitely reasons, but it's smart to look into it. I don't see a problem.
I was actually
go back and change the past.
I was watching the best NBA podcast of all time, the Draymond Green show, the other day, and he was actually, as much as he gets, he actually is pretty smart on the game. Like I do kind of respect his opinion, and he says that the most effective way is to shorten the season, and not only shorten the season, maybe like from like 80 games to like 70 games, but also make it so that it's not more, make it so it's more in one day in between like the playoff games. Because he was talking about, like, especially if you're an away team, he's like, when we flew to Houston, right, in between games, we played game 4 in Golden State, and then the day in between is basically just all traveling. He's like, we didn't even get there. We had like 4 hours to like get all our stuff, prepared and packed, and then like the very next day is the game. Like the rest day, you can't even do most things that you would be doing on a rest day because you're implicated by all this travel. So it could be as simple as just stuff like just adding another day in there, or maybe like adding like a couple more days in between the rounds or something like that.
So it's really funny you say that, because in the finals this year, the Thunder, after game 2, they went to Indiana, obviously, but then they only had 1 day in between, and they played again in Indiana, and then they had maybe like a day and a half to get back to Oklahoma and play another game, which is like, I realized it too. I was like, okay, maybe that might be an issue. Like maybe they shouldn't have that like low up time. I know they want to get the draft out of the way, but
like I know personally, like when I get off an airplane, especially if it's like I went to Israel when I was a kid for a birthright trip. After that plane, I was exhausted. I was dead. I slept for like a whole day. That was like 11, 12 hours in a plane. You do that. Obviously, it wouldn't be as much as I'm just using as an example. You do that like a long flight across the country, right. Then you only got like a couple hours. I can't imagine what it would be like to just, play in an NBA game the very next day. Like that's you don't really think about those types of things, like of like all the little nuances of what it takes to be like a professional athlete. But that's crazy to me.
I don't know how they play all through all that wear and tear too. Like that's impressive to me. Like I just like like thinking about all the intangibles in the game. Like you gotta pivot, you gotta make moves. You just got to do all that stuff during the game. And it's so impressive to me that like LeBron has been doing it for 20 years in different generations, and it's just like, how do you do that? Like without major injuries, especially. So I mean,
he take his recovery serious.
Yeah, he spends $1 million every year on his body.
And he keeps saying that who told people that, bro? You're in a chamber, bro, like Batman or like Goku, dude.
You know about Goku, bro.
Well, he was in that healing chamber.
I know. I'm a nerd, bro. Anime nerd over here.
Oh, yeah.
Same.
Let me see.
Big Death Note guy. That's probably my love Death Note. I've watched it like probably like 4 or 5 times.
Big Dragon Ball and Demon Slayer guy.
Okay, nice. Demon Slayer's heat. I got into a Jujutsu Kaisen a little while ago. That one's pretty good as well.
I told you it's 7:03 right now. Draft still ain't started yet.
God, I would pay so much money to get Bob Myers off this with these 2 idiots up here and have him come be the GM for the Bulls. That dude is a wizard.
He knows what he's doing, but
yeah,
talking about it, stay off the TV, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a wizard. I'm pretty sure he's a sports executive. I don't know where you're getting your
anyway.
Your professions crossed up here, but
was he one of the former guys for the Warriors?
No, the joke might have just sailed over your head. I'm so serious, but like I was like he's a sports executive, not a wizard. There's a little bit of a difference here. But,
my bad. It's been a long day.
It's been a while since Hawk Talk, hasn't it?
It has been a while.
Adam Silver is heading to the booth.
He usually gives like a little speech before, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
5-minute speech.
That's what he's doing right now.
Okay.
I'm telling you, bro, the draft ain't started till like 17.
So obviously we know that number 1 and number 2 are gonna be Flagg and Harper, but I really don't think it's a guarantee that 3 is gonna be Bailey. I think after 1 and 2, like
it's not. He's not going
really go anyway.
VJ Edgecombe.
I like VJ a lot.
VJ was great at Baylor.
And the Trey Johnson as well, I think could probably go in the top 5.
Yeah.
Like the only like the second tier of prospects, which I feel like starts after pick 2, is like really hard to predict. But I swear, dude, if Con Knuppel goes top 5, I'm suing the NBA for malpractice, man.
I think he'll.
I don't even got anything against Con Knuppel, but like come on, man.
Knuppel.
Anyone else enjoying 1 or 2 tonight with me? I had a couple at the Brewers game today, but tonight the beverage of choice, the Jack Daniel's Southern Peach. That's the one. Just having a nice little cocktail. Can't go wrong.
DJ
Jalen- DJ Edgecombe, what about him?
They just showed him on screen.
I think I don't know, bro. Concanova might go top 4. Who knows?
Dude,
I go to Charlotte.
he's like Cam Johnson, bro. He's a 3-and-D wing.
5 minutes. They had
Told
4
you.
months.
God. Well, yeah,
I
but
told you 7-10, didn't I?
God, I wonder who the Mavs are gonna take within this 5 minutes.
Here we are.
Imagine you
Here
take
we
Dylan
are.
Harper.
Oh, never mind. I thought he was about to announce it right there. I was gonna be like, all right, cut to the chase, I guess.
No, because they got to use the 5 minutes to like just yap about stuff.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
yeah.
This has nothing on the NFL draft. So I got.
I would suggest everyone do not disturb your phones so that we know for sure no one is going to get anything leaked.
Oh, I'm not even
because obviously
Wi-Fi off,
there's-
bro. I'm not having any of that shit.
Yeah,
Wi-Fi.
because there's obviously delay. Like for most of us, we're probably all streaming, right? I mean, I don't think any of us are
We already know
directly
what's
on
going
cable
on.
anymore. So we, yeah, obviously, but we like when like David was saying, pick 3 comes around. We don't know who's gonna be. We don't
don't
want to
know.
get spoiled.
Listen, guys. I'm gonna. This is my mock draft top 10 without trades. Okay, real quick. Cooper Flag, Dylan Harper, VJ, Knipple. Ace Bailey drops to 5. I don't know how, but he does.
Are you going to Jazz?
Yep. And then I don't know how to say his name, but he went to Duke, Malaka.
Malyak.
Come on,
Malyak.
came in Malawak, yeah.
And then Trey Johnson goes to the Pelicans, even though they just got Jordan Poole and stuff. Jeremiah Fears goes to Brooklyn. Igor Demon goes to Toronto, and Colin Murray Boyles goes to Houston, or Ron Holland. I can see either one.
Ron Holland?
Ron Holland might go.
Wait, Ron
They
Holland.
already made the pick.
Ron Holland.
I can see him clapping.
Wait, not Ron Holland. I'm tripping. What's his name?
Damn.
Let's say Ron
Could you
Holland's
imagine? VJ? Edgecombe.
Stop it. Cut that out right now.
They extend Kyrie Irving and then take another guard. Hell yeah.
Could you imagine that? That
Brilliant.
whole stadium
That
would
dude,
be
that's a
so pissed.
Nico Harrison masterclass, bro.
I wouldn't.
That
That
whole
dude. That dude is mentally insane. I wouldn't doubt it, bro.
Call me crazy, but if I'm a Mavericks fan, why am I going to that stadium and giving them more money after they just tortured the fan base for the last like 4 months? Why am I doing that?
You had your time to be upset. Now they got a chance to.
Yeah, they low-key don't even like. I don't know, man. I mean, the West is going to be tough, but like they'll have Kyrie back midway through the season. They just signed Daniel Gafford to a 3-year extension. Derek Lively, I like Lively a lot. I think Jaden Hardy, he still got something there. Like they got some good pieces, and then obviously they got Day-to-Day Davis for a good 45, 50 games next year. So I think they'll be all right.
How insane would it be if they just didn't take Coop? Like, what would you guys do? Because I think I'd just get off the stream. I'd just turn this off for the night. I don't know how to react. All this crap happens. You get the first pick, and then you decide to not take arguably the best draft prospect since Zion, who was the best draft prospect since Bron. Like,
Wait, you think Flags over Wemby?
I don't know. It depends because they both got a ton of hype. Wemby, I mean, in hindsight, yes, I think so. Because now knowing that Wemby's career might get cut short by the thrombosis crap, we don't know. We don't know what Wemby's going to look like when he comes back, right? But Cooper Flag is getting just as much hype. He reclassified to be here tonight. I mean, there's so much hype surrounding this guy. I'm not talking about like best draft prospect, but I'm talking like most hyped draft prospect.
I don't know, man. I mean, people are saying Wemby was like people are saying that the Wemby hype is like maybe more than LeBron back in the day. Like like a couple of years ago, bro. Like it was getting out of control.
They were saying Wemby was than LeBron. I mean, he did have a better rookie year, but. Con nipples. You know, fun fact about Con. My like really good friend Maddie, her little brother's best friends with him. Fun fact. They just went on vacation last year before his first season at Duke. They're like family friends. It's crazy.
That's really cool now, but I swear if he goes top 5, man.
There was someone who told me, I think, okay, my friend Jalen, my other friend Jalen, he told me that he went to a Brewers game and his friend Philo asked Knipple for a selfie or something or a picture, you know, as a fan. And Con apparently was like, not right now, like as a dick, apparently.
Wow.
I don't know. That's what I heard. I feel like if I'm about to get drafted or something, and someone asks me for a picture, I'd be like, yeah, dude. I don't know, maybe that's just me.
I'm gonna mute when they announce the pick.
Well, you might want to turn yours off. You're ahead of us.
Yeah, you know. Yep. Who's? Well, there it is.
Oh, my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're ahead.
Oh,
Well, we knew. We knew it was Coop.
All right. Well,
Oh my God! It's Cooper Flag.
Jalen, make sure to put a comma after the last name too. Otherwise, it looks like his name is Cooper Flag Duke. This was expected.
You're going to be in hell when Colin Murray Boyles gets selected. Colin Murray Boyles, South Carolina.
can you imagine? You don't even look surprised.
There's no reaction right now. Like we all do. Like it's
Like I'd be crying.
I do think it's cool how like him and like Newell and like Queen and McNeely are all boys since they played together in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah, they
wonder-
just showed that Montverde team. That was insane.
Here's a question: where does that team rank? Like among the all-time greats of college or of high school basketball? Because that team's pretty stacked when you look at it.
They're not better. They're not better than Chino Hills, and they're not better than Cade and Scotty's team. That's all I got.
Oh, that's you mean Cade and them?
Yeah, Cade and them. Yeah, they're not better. They're not better than those two teams. That's all I gotta say. They might be on the level of RJ Barrett's team.
That's fair. Every time they show that Pitt poster, man, oof.
Right.
Jesus.
flag.
Big Coop.
Salute the flag.
Flag.
You know, I think that in a perfect world, like we were talking about, like when we first started this up, Cooper Flag to Philly actually like really worked.
Yeah.
That is something I would have been scared of. Cooper Flag to Philly would have worked.
Can we talk about Nico Harrison and how he's a genius? Get rid of the cone and get a better one.
Oh my God!
Can we talk about
a better cone?
dude? This, I'm not kidding. This makes him look like a genius.
Well, that should. I'm out here. I'm out here like that fucking that Yu-Gi-Oh scene. Like it should have been me. It should have been me.
Well,
Can you
we
imagine
should have.
though if they had Luka? Like imagine they didn't make playoffs and they somehow still got a mock draft or not a mock draft, a lottery pick with Cooper Flag as their number one. Luka, Kyrie, Cooper Flag, Derek Lively, Anthony Davis. Not Anthony Davis, but you know Gafford and Lively.
Dude, Gafford. I miss Daniel Gafford, man.
Well, I get to see Cooper Flag 4 times a year.
That's awesome.
Well, Jalen, you're gonna see Cooper Flag play next year. How you feel?
It's just
I feel
so
terrible because we're gonna get our behinds wiped.
You're gonna get Con Knipple on your team, and they're gonna be bros.
Dude,
Now, going back
taking.
going back to your question, Azir, about like, does this make Nico Harrison look like a genius? I don't think so. And the reason being is that no one could have guessed this. That no one could have guessed that Dallas, of
We got a
all the
comment.
teams available in the lottery, were going to be. It was going to be Dallas out of all those teams to get the first pick. No one could have guessed that.
No one paid off anybody.
Let's go Bulls, my man. Appreciate that, Penny.
No one paid anybody. To get
That's my dad. So
40 and 42 never looked so good. Let's do it.
Come on, Pops. You know better. You're
Dude, I'm so scared that we're gonna take a guard, bro.
Bro, the Spurs already made their pick.
Nobody's paying anybody to get.
Hey, mute your TVs. I'm the furthest behind out of all of you.
I'm muted when it comes up. But it's not.
Yeah. You know, I really thought that they might package this pick for like a star because they're going to pick Harper here, obviously. And I honestly don't really know how much I like that fit, at least like
With De'Aaron Fox, they got 3 guards.
Yeah, they got 3 starting guards and
4,
that,
really, because you got Stephon Castle.
Yeah, well, wait, what's the 4th one you were saying then? Because you got Castle, Fox, Harper, and then
Chris Paul.
Yeah, he's I don't know if they're going to re-sign him. He was only on a 1-year deal.
Oh, okay.
But even so, I mean, spending the number 2 pick on somebody who like doesn't have a clear path to starting, and like it would be a reach to take anyone that's not a guard right now, because like Ace at 2 feels kind of rich.
Well, he didn't meet.
Maybe they go VJ. Maybe they try and keep VJ in Texas. Waco's not too far down the road from San Antonio.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe he could maybe play the 3, but I mean, I feel like 6'5" is like in this day and age in the NBA is like kind of small for the 3.
Dude, Nico just got a raise. I know he did. Just for good now. And Jason Kidd actually has a smile on his face now. Remember when he was like distraught the next morning that Luka got traded?
Speaking of Chris Paul, I actually they're the betting favorites to land the Mavericks are the betting favorites to land Chris Paul.
Imagine.
They already had his jersey number?
Yeah,
No, dude, they've had that picked out since 32 is weird. I don't know how much I like that.
That's a weird number. He ain't gonna be 0?
Jalen,
that would be funny if they didn't take him, because then you got a jersey. You got like a jersey that would like, you know, that's like having like an NBA final championship hat for like somebody that doesn't, you know, the team that doesn't win.
Pops don't like when nobody's saying saying, so don't say it anymore.
Hold on. 1 second.
32 is such a weird number.
Maybe
What?
it's got
Is 2 retired? Is 2 retired in Dallas? Enlighten me. Or no, Kyrie's wearing 2, isn't he? Or is he back at 11?
He went 2, I think. Oh, no, wait. He's wearing 11. Wait. He's wearing 11. He's wearing 11.
I'm looking it up.
All right, I'm muting my mic because I think they're about to announce the Spurs pick.
Number 2 is not retired. They've only retired 12, 15, 22, and 41.
Has the pick been made for everyone yet?
Nope, not yet. It's getting
All right.
made for me right now.
For me, it has.
Okay, that's another one we knew, though.
Now
Another one we knew.
now the show begins, really.
That would get really tricky.
Yeah.
Dylan Harper with why do they want all these guards?
That's what I'm saying. Like, because you can't bring the rook guy that just won Rookie of the Year off the bench, and you just traded a to get Fox, and Fox is 27. It's not like he's like.
I mean, unless they move Castle to the 3, but they got Vassell. I mean, Vassell's shorter, but still.
Yeah, but then like at the 3, like you know that kind of takes the ball out of his hands. I don't know.
I don't even know how to feel about that.
He can be
It's
a
the
jet
right
man.
pick. Like when you have the top 3 pick, you have to go BPA, but like it feels like an
I'm not
odd
gonna lie.
fit. Sure.
This opens the floor up a little bit more for Wemby, though. Let's be real here.
Oh, 100%.
It does. It spaces it out a little bit more. It gives San Antonio just another option to pick with.
Because I'm thinking like Sohan is like a Walmart Draymond. He can dice up plays as a 4
He's like, I'm going to play with Wemby.
with some screens.
Do
If
you
they
think
take
you guys
some notes from the Warriors, they could be straight.
think that we see any like players picked and then they're immediately flipped? Like, do we see any of that tonight?
I hope not. That must be. That
Obviously,
would
like the Luka and Trae Young wearing Atlanta and Dallas hats, but not playing for either of them is kind of weird to me
I
still.
hope not.
But yeah, I feel like
I
I don't know. I feel like
100%
especially-
But that trade right there actually worked out pretty good for both teams, though.
I mean,
Because Trae Young didn't turn out to be
yeah.
a bust.
Trae
Yeah.
Young was pretty good for the.
he's still solid. Yeah, For being the third overall pick.
Yeah,
for being the third overall pick, he's still pretty dang good. I mean, we can't take away.
Averages like a third amount of threes.
Yeah, his shot making is a little interesting.
I just feel bad because he can't really do much else on defense. I mean, he tried. I will say he does try really hard. Like
he's not like Harden where he's just like a traffic cone, but he's just so small. I think if that happens though, it'll 100% be one of the Nets picks since they have like 6 first-round picks. So if that does happen, it's definitely going to be like, I don't know about pick 8, but like they have like I think 15 and 22 and 26. So
who's that? That's mom or his girl?
Oh, they got Ron Harper, dude. I know. Like obviously, Dylan was fantastic, but dude, Ron Harper Jr. was such a treat to watch at Rutgers. He's not like the same level of player or anything. Like he's just like I don't even think he got drafted, but he was like a 4-year Rutgers guy, man, and he was.
Is that him on the left there?
Yeah.
Dude, that looks like they look like twins, dude. they look the exact same. How is that guy still not at Rutgers?
I think he graduated 2 years ago, I believe. He was like a 4 or 5 year player there.
Ron Harper,
probably a G leaguer.
I believe he's in the league there. Yeah, there's Big Ron.
All right, Philadelphia. They were looking to possibly move this pick.
Hey, shout out Juwan and Jet Howard.
Do we think Philly moves this pick? They're taking a little bit more time than the other two.
Are they gonna move? They're gonna do that trade that we were talking about earlier. Paul George out of there already.
Paul George and the 3 to get back some capital, and maybe a big.
In here, they don't have a clear path to start because you got a Maxey and Jared McCain. So
get it forward, bro.
I mean, Ace here wouldn't be crazy, but it feels like his stock is like the most volatile, like the hardest to predict.
I don't even want to go there.
Yeah.
Atlanta no longer has a first-round pick tonight.
They have a minute and a half,
so
yeah, because they had 22 and that went to Brooklyn, right?
Yes, that's now Brooklyn's pick.
Yep.
The Rockets have 10. That is now Phoenix's pick. Atlanta's at 22. That is now Brooklyn's pick.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. The Sixers have to get this pick right. Like they missed so much in the draft.
Man, I remember a couple years ago, dude. I thought Zaire Smith was going to be so good for them. That's like one of my biggest misses. I loved him at Texas Tech.
I wonder who's going to be a bust in this draft, like just not pan out.
Honestly, I think it might. I think Ace has. I think depending on the system he goes to, I think he has a chance. I think he's a great player, but his shot selection and his IQ are like really, really questionable, and he's not as tall as we thought either.
Yeah.
I think it depends on where he goes.
And they still haven't picked. Jeez.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Maybe they're trying to work on something.
It's either Ace or a bench player.
Pick is in. It's gonna be VJ, 100%.
You think they like put him at the 3 then?
Yeah, I mean that'd be great. He's tall, dude. He's tall. He's lengthy. He can move. The 3, that's all you need. 3 and D. Love it.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but like it sounds weird, but isn't like I feel like 6'5" isn't like that tall for the 3 anymore, you know?
It can be. I mean, bro, if Vassell can pull it off, anybody can pull it.
Right.
Like I feel like that's the shortest 3 in the league. I feel like next to like Dylan Brooks. No, Dylan Brooks is like 6'6".
But even then, like if they extend Quentin Grimes and pay him all that money?
I don't know what they're gonna do with him. To be honest,
because they just showed his name on the screen.
Yeah, he's lethal. I don't know. They could get. Yeah, I mean, Ace Bailey would be the right pick here for them if I'm being honest.
Yeah, but they're not gonna get into that drama stuff. They're trying to win.
Maybe they get Colin Murray. But VJ makes sense to me. I think I mean, you take that guy, you can put him at the guard if you want to. If, Tyrese or McCain get hurt a little bit, or McCain has just injury rehab and stuff.
It's gonna be VJ or Ace. We know that.
Muting my mic.
Yep, mute it. I haven't seen it yet. I think I'm the last to see it out of you three. So don't say nothing until I say something. I'm the last to see it out of us. All right, he's at the booth. No one say anything. He's at the booth.
Dude, you're behind. Holy hell.
Hold on.
It's John Tonje. Oh my God.
BJ. I like that. I like that more than Ace.
I'm telling you, that's a great pick.
I almost missed muting my mic. I was like, oh shit. He came up. I muted it as he was like saying with the third pick.
I can already see
you screamed John Tonje. Jalen, we spelled Edgecombe wrong. There's an E at the very end.
I can already see what they're going to do with him. Buddy Hield, that's a great comparison. That's literally perfect.
Dude, what was I about to say? Oh yeah, David, when you screamed John Tonje, he was saying VJ Edgecombe, and I was like, "There's no way," like because VJ and Tonje were said at the exact same time, and I was like, "Bro, no." Like, are we serious? Dude, John Tonje in the second round though, not bad.
He'll be good. He'll be one of those older guys that like goes farther than he should just because he's like a million years old, but he can hoop. Dude, anyone remember when Baylor played Gonzaga and everyone thought it was going to be like one of the best games of the season? And Gonzaga was winning by like 35 points, and Mark Few put his kid in, like he put in his son, and then VJ just baptized him like one of the meanest posters of the season. That was great.
This kid Flag already has 1.2 million followers, and he just got drafted. That's insane.
Plays above the rim. Lobs, I think he can do a better job finishing over length, but I think he'll get that in time.
Please show the poster on Mark Few's kid. That shit was so funny. Oh, there it is.
Hey.
I remember like after that game happened, like Gonzaga was in like the post game press, and like literally even his own teammates were like trying not to laugh when they were talking about it.
Sorry, we just picked up a pizza. When you guys were here in college, you guys ever tried Gus's?
Oh yeah,
pizza or no?
Yeah.
First time. That's not bad.
Sure, first
time. Good little tavern style za, yeah.
I used to get that like after every night out.
I was more of a toppers guy, but Gus is pretty good.
But Gus,
I was gonna say isn't La Piazza the one that's always open late night though?
Oh wait.
Those guys piss me off though with their hours though, because they'll just randomly be closed on like the most weirdest of times.
Wait, where is Gus's? I've had it before though.
It's like on the other side of the street. It's like right by the stoplight.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I can't remember.
Across the street from Jessica's.
Oh yeah, I've been there. Yeah, I've been there
Um,
like 3 years though. I was thinking a lot of PS, whatever.
La Piazza, yeah. They've been through like 4 different owners now, dude.
Dude, I know it. The workers there are so nice though.
The Serbian guys, those guys were so sick, man.
It's still some like Baltic or not Baltic, like Serbian, Montenegrin, Yugoslavian. Like it's still that branch of Europe that owns that place, but it's still weird hours. They open at like 4 or 5, but dude, it's so much better after a night out than it is if you just go there on like at like 6 o'clock on a Wednesday. So it tastes so much better.
All right, guys. Who do we think the Hornets are taking here? Jalen, I haven't heard you talking about an hour. Are you good over there? He's like,
yeah, I'm just sitting here chilling. Just I don't know who's gonna go at number 4.
He's stressing the fuck out about the Jazz pick.
Cause, bro, like
If the
This would be a
Jazz
spot for
Jalen, who do you
spot
want?
for Kane and Malawak. This would be a spot.
Yeah, if the Jazz take Ace here, Jalen, who do you want at 5 for the Jazz?
He wants Ace Bailey.
No, yeah, but if the Hornets take him, sorry.
Probably Trey Johnson.
Trey Johnson. Yeah.
I feel like he would actually play pretty well with Keontae George.
You got Collier.
Well, Isaiah Collier is going to start, but
Right.
They go start too, right at the 2.
Keontae?
Yeah.
I think we're
probably
higher
Trey
in Keontae than Jalen is, but you
It's
seem to know
probably Trey
like
Johnson and then Taylor Hendricks would be our 3.
Keontae can play off ball.
is Taylor Hendricks even gonna like be okay though after that was like one of the worst knee injuries I've seen since like Gordon
Yeah,
Hayward.
they say he's been getting actually stronger actually. So
Wow.
Got stronger.
That's
That
impressive
injury was
to see.
brutal. Why does Stephen A just look like every word is like a struggle, man? Like he moves so much when he talks.
Pick his in, so they ain't trading it.
High reward with lower risk. So Ace Bailey is high reward, so a little bit more risk. So I think they make the right thing.
Jared McCain.
LaMelo, maybe like Trey Mann at the 2, Brandon Miller, Ace Bailey, Mark Williams. I like that.
Yeah, 76ers can build on it.
I think that's solid.
Almost full timeline, if you will. They have to get through this with Tyrese Maxey, and they also have the Paul George and the Joel Embiid. So they're trying to sort of two things at once, but also build a winning basketball program.
All right, pick us in. Who we got, boys? Ace Bailey right here. Right.
Could you imagine?
Concanipple.
Maybe
I got Concanipple right here.
it could be because
If Khan goes in the top 5, I'll take the L. But dude, that's just so crazy to me,
I
bro.
got Con right here, bro. I'm telling you.
they got Brandon Miller. Like they ain't gonna take Ace.
He's hurt all the time.
But
Watch this be a
Miller plays more than the 3 though. Ace can probably play the 4.
watch this be a big. Watch this be a big.
Who the?
Yeah, because there's all that.
Keenan
uncertainty.
Malawak, Derek Queen.
No way, Mom.
One of those two.
Top 5. No way. They're not gonna pay him that much. They got Mark Williams, unless they want to trade him. I think they do want to trade him, actually.
They tried to trade him
Mark
actually.
Williams is good as gone.
They tried to trade him and then didn't, and they're like, "Hey, you're back now."
Did I be
So-
pissed about it?
But even him, bro, like every one of their players is like super injury prone. Like I think at this point he's almost missed more games than he's played.
Probably, yeah. I'm
Bro,
excited.
if that would be such a Hornets thing to do to take Knipple too. They took probably the biggest bust in last year's class with Tijan Salon.
Don't get me started.
Oh, shit.
That was horrible. Who are the Warriors going to take? That's what I'm really. Are they have a first rounder? Let me meet my man.
Oh, David's reaction. Don't say a word, David. Don't
He's
say
ahead.
nothing.
He's
Mhm.
way ahead.
Way ahead. Oh, I can hear. Hold on. Don't say it. I'm not even gonna look. I'm not even gonna look at the monitor right now. I love being the only person with a mic that's on right now.
Can I talk now or not?
No. Hold up. He's saying the Charlotte Hornets right now. Con!
I told you. I told you.
Okay.
I told you. I should be a GM. I've gotten all 4 right so far.
Way.
I've gotten all 4 right so far.
There is no goddamn way.
Yes, there is a way. I'm telling you, he's like that, bro.
I know he's good, but like he's a connector piece. He's a guy that you put next to the guys, and he's not a guy that's gonna be able to consistently create his own shot.
That's cap. You don't believe that, bro. He can make his own shot. He did it in the tournament.
He did do it in the tournament, but like I mean, you got to think, man. Like,
Bro, with LaMelo by his side, you know how many? Bro, LaMelo's gonna find him open every single time.
yeah, I know, but they could have done the exact same thing with Trey Johnson and at a higher level. Trey Johnson is one of the best off-ball scorers in the country.
Bro, what do you think Khan is? He's 50% from the field almost. What are we talking about?
No, I know, but he can't score in as many. Like he's not a
He
three
can't
level.
drive as well as Trey Johnson, yeah, but he can
He's
shoot.
not as well.
anyway.
I just feel like with the top 5 pick, to draft someone who is going to be limited to a certain role, be very good at that role, but to be limited to a certain role is kind of a reach.
I think he can develop to like an Austin Reeves level of play. I really do.
That kid is an elite
That's a great
shooter,
role
bro.
player, by the way.
That's a good comp, but I don't know. And this is the Hornets that we're talking about too. Like they aren't
The
exactly.
organization might mess him up a little bit. I'll agree with that.
That's what I'm saying. They aren't exactly a poster child for player development. And that's why I think when you're picking this high, you got to take someone who is a little bit farther along in terms of like a completed offensive game.
The Utah Jazz.
Hey, they're gonna trade it right here. Jaylen Brown.
Bro, they give me
right there.
Jaylen Brown, bro.
Ace,
Break
this
the
is
news,
a
dog.
fantastic pick. If they get Ace here, that's a fantastic pick.
It is, but he don't want to come here.
And why does that kid have such an ego, man?
This one's gonna, dude. This one.
This is
Might be
the
Kingdom
pick
Mallow.
that
I cannot believe
This
that.
one might be Cayman Mallock.
Listen, man, Nas, if I'm wrong, I'll
already
take
got
it.
Walker Kessler.
But
They're not gonna
I
get
just
Mallow.
don't.
Dude,
He
I'm
lost.
trying to tell you, you're sleeping bad on him, dude. He's
And you know, like I said, if I'm wrong, I'll take the L. But
he's nice,
think
but we have Walker Kessler already. We have a 5.
I think this is a great fit. I do.
There's a big spotlight I do.
Malawak's cool, but I mean,
Two Duke players in the top 5.
And another one is probably going to go. You know, their whole starting lineup could probably get drafted because Proctor and
10, yeah.
and they didn't even win the national championship. Think about that.
Yeah,
Almost.
they gave Tyrese Proctor the ball for like the last 3 shots of that game instead of Flag.
His brothers are probably all gonna try to make it to the league.
Austin Reeves, Sam Hauser, Corey Kispert. I'm just seeing all the archetypes.
I
right
hate how they actually stood from shortest to tallest, bro.
17 and 65. What's
It
wrong
literally
with
goes.
you guys? 17 and 65, Jalen. 17 and 65.
Oh my God!
They did that on purpose, and that was
Fine guy.
insane.
All right, Ace Bailey right here.
That was insane.
It's a good fit. I like the fit a lot because he
I love
slots
the
in.
fit too, but he made
Actually,
it
I don't
known
know.
that he don't want to go
I'm
to
actually gonna
anybody
switch
in the
my-
top 5.
I'm 4 for 4 right now. I'm gonna switch it to Trey Johnson. I don't think you guys get Ace Bailey because Ace Bailey's a hard-headed motherfucker.
Well, I get somebody that don't want to be here for real. That's what I'm saying.
It would make it so much easier if Ace Bailey didn't have such an ego already.
He
might
got
have-
an ego already. You don't want that.
He would probably been number 2. To be honest.
Nah, I don't think he would be over Harper. Harper's got such a polished game, man, for such a young age. It's so rare to see guys who play at such a fast pace that don't get sped up in the midcourt at all, especially on the team that was as bad as them. What about where are we thinking Jeremiah Fears is going to go? I hate that guy, but where are we thinking he's going to go?
I think he's a top 10 talent, right? No? But I'd say 9.
'Cause I've seen some with him, a pick before Trey Johnson.
I could see him go into the Pelicans, low key.
But they made the pick.
That should be a good fit for him. The Pelicans, I like that.
They showed the 2 guys on the Jazz that probably have the least likelihood of remaining on the Jazz in the graphic. Sexton and Markkanen.
All right, you guys aren't trading.
I forget they have Walker Kessler, and that's why I was saying they should go after Malawak because I feel like they need a big. Yeah, if the pick's coming in for you guys, mute.
Yeah, I have been.
Yeah, so that's why I was wanting them to go after Cayman Malawak, but I forgot they have Kessler. Kessler's a good board getter. Poor man gets paid.
You need to bring your
Austin, I don't know why he's good.
I forgot
You
about
need to bring your behind to Utah.
The pick is in. They're not getting Jaylen Brown. As far as we know right now, they could still.
They
could
could
make
draft
a-
a player
they
and
could
then
make a
send him to
draft
Boston.
trade. They could, they could make a trade right now. There could be a something agreed on in principle. Oh, nice graphic there. They kept the Trey Johnson lower third up for a little too long.
It was a mean do-rag that old white guy had on in the background of that Ace Bailey shot.
Sam, did you catch up? I'm at Trey Johnson.
No. They just had the the lower third. I'm watching. Are you guys on ABC or ESPN? Because I'm on ESPN.
I'm at ABC.
I don't know, wherever Hulu has.
Okay. Do you have?
All right. Well,
Nas, do you have perk on yours?
Just don't react. Try not to react or turn your camera
Well, no,
off.
you can react. You can react. Just don't say
I'm
the
muting.
names. Yeah.
I'm
Turn
muting.
the mic off.
You try not to react.
Me react? I don't know what's coming. I don't know what's coming yet.
Jalen.
Oh yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna switch to ABC after this too, because if ABC's ahead of ESPN,
yeah,
definitely
I was.
Okay,
I'm getting the
Silver-
like a full, 30 seconds ahead of you guys.
Silver's at the booth. Silver's at the booth.
I'm 5 for 5.
Ace Bailey.
That
Bailey.
really confused me for a second because they said Darius, and I was like, who is Darius?
Yeah. Dude, I heard that too. I was like, bro, what is that?
I am 5 for 5. I should be.
Oh, congrats, Jalen. I mean, he might not want to be there, but he's
bro. Think about it.
it's a great pick.
It's a
certain
great
cities.
fit. Bro, chill.
we're
Just
turning
come
on
play ball.
Listen.
We're turning on
It's
ABC.
certain cities that you just have to go to. You know why? Because Utah. What is there to do in Utah besides hoop, bro? All you can do is focus on hoop. That's all you can ask for, bro. I'm trying to tell you. In Milwaukee, what is there to do?
Oh, severe
Summerfest.
thunderstorm warning to the south of us. Uh-oh.
Bro,
We
Jordan
got a little
Clarkson-
stormy coming to Whitewater.
Ace, baby, Ace. Yes.
Why
I like
is Jordan
that.
Clarkson still in the league?
Let's go.
Ooh, he's about to be
Oh
nice.
man, there's so many
Oh,
cooked Danny
severe
Wolf.
thunderstorm warning with
times
tornado
played.
possible. Hell yeah, I like this. Well,
Ace
thunderstorm.
Bailey
coming
has the
through.
best fadeaway in the draft. Just so you guys know.
The thing I don't understand about Ace though is that he makes so much stuff tough on himself. He's a great tough shot maker, but I remember when Michigan played him, he had 2-3 inches of height on every matchup, and he did not drive at all. He goes for those fadeaways. He tries to shoot over guys. I'm like, dude, you're 6'10". Go to the paint, man.
His vertical is ridiculous. He's I don't know
how
how
he
he
got to Kunis shot selection, something crazy in the NBA, but the tools are all there.
I'm really
I
glad.
like Utah a lot for him, a lot better than Charlotte.
I'm really glad they didn't Shador him and make him go second.
Shador. Well, hey, technically Shador went 101
Yes, sir.
in his car and not in the draft.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Jalen, you are crazy, bro.
Let's go.
Makes up for Cody Williams, eh?
Hey, yeah. You just.
Somebody said I remember because I saw this Bleacher Report post. It's with Jalen Williams just winning the championship, what's next for Cody? And the top comment is Cody Williams looks like they tried to make Jalen Williams in a lab, and Cody Williams is the first attempt and the failed attempt.
That's tough. He's the prototype.
Guys, where's the trades? Who's trading? I want to know. Brooklyn's probably going to trade.
Dude, Washington loves to just trade to make trades, so I wouldn't be surprised if they do something here.
Who's going here? Trey Mann?
Trey Johnson, probably.
Trey Johnson, you mean?
Sorry, yeah, Trey Johnson.
Dude, that'd
With
be a
them
great
trading,
Dude, I'm saying, I mean, the Wizards are poverty. They have one of the most exciting young cores in the league, I think. You got
Get me out
who's
here.
their coach? That's the only team I don't know whose coach it is. Whose coach is that?
is it still Wes Unseld?
Who?
No.
Wes Unseld Jr.?
I don't know who that is, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think
That's
all right,
him.
I'll look it up right now. I'm curious now.
I don't know who's on the Wizards or what coaching staff. they
Yeah,
have.
Brian Keefe. Exactly.
Don't know who that is. Man,
Why is Darvin Ham not a coach or something over there? I feel like that'd be a good fit.
Dude, Darvin Ham
You
is
got
so
Alex
bad with the
Starr.
Lakers.
you got Bilal Koulibaly. I'm probably mispronouncing his name. You got him. Carlton Carrington, Keyshawn George, AJ Johnson from the Bucks. They got a nice young core.
Hey, fun fact: if you guys are seeing this Juju ad, the song in it, my friend, one of my best and closest friends, Judy. He's from Nigeria, His sister's singing the background song. She's very famous. And her name is OG. Go look her music up. She's very good.
Wait,
And
Dochi?
OG, not Dochi.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
OGI. Very good music. Very calming music in your ears. Trust me. Great music. Shout out OG. Haven't met her really yet, but talked to her before. It's nice.
Do the Bucks have a pick in this draft?
Second round.
Okay.
Ace Bailey, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Are we thinking Collier, Keontae George, Hendricks, Bailey, Wait, no, that's good. I keep forgetting you guys have like Sexton and Laurie. It doesn't feel like you do. So like,
It's probably gonna be Collier, Bailey, Hendricks, then Markkanen, and then Kessler.
you think Bailey at the 2?
Yeah. Or you put Taylor Hendricks at the 2.
Huh. Interesting.
Taylor Hendricks has some real defense for real.
Oh, I like Taylor Hendricks. I'm a big fan of Bryce Sensabaugh too. I think he's got some real potential.
Cody Williams, get ready to learn Chinese. Get ready to learn Chinese, Cody.
He's got to be really bad if you're giving up on him after only 1 year. But I mean, he was horrible.
He was horrific last year,
Yeah,
bro. Oh my god.
he was horrible.
The ace of spades.
Well, that storm looks like it's going to miss us barely, but yeah. 18 seconds. They still haven't made the pick yet.
I'm still on a commercial.
So am I.
The pick is in.
I'm on just came in. All right. They're between a couple people. Hey, call me crazy.
Commercial.
Call me crazy, but to add to their guard core right now, Kasparas Jakusionis from Illinois.
Kasparas Yakachovis, you mean?
Same shit. Yakushonis, yeah.
I like that, but I like Yakachonis. I think that I'm not high on him at all, really. I'm a Big Ten nerd, and that dude has some of the worst decision making I've ever seen from a guy that's touted this high.
He also is not the greatest 3-point shooter, but that'll come with time.
Yeah.
But yeah, forgive me for that mispronunciation. I'm Lithuanian myself. I don't know. My ancestors are probably rolling over in their graves right now for butchering that. Yakushonis, jeez.
My dad calls him Kasparas Jakub
That's basically what he does. He still is at 32%, but that's not great for a guard. He's a point guard though.
Yeah.
Not great.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna mute.
Yup. Okay, yeah, I'm still behind. I'm just coming out of break.
Not even up on there yet, bro. How are you so?
Yeah.
You're ahead of
how
me.
you so fast?
He's
bro?
probably
I
on
just got
cable.
on a break.
You guys are all streaming, right? Not
On Hulu. On Hulu, ESPN.
Yeah.
Hulu,
Okay.
ESPN.
Just gave the nod of approval. Okay. So
David, did they draft yet for you? Oh, here it comes.
yeah.
Yeah, pick is in. Pick was in for me.
And it's not Yakushonis.
It is not. It is not Yakachonis.
Not
Yeah.
the 6 for 6? Okay,
Yeah.
hold on. I want to see it. I want to hear it with my own 2 ears.
It's what's
Well,
expected.
my one doesn't have the headphone on right now.
6 for 6.
Hold on, he's at the stage.
Let me see my lottery.
Is it Johnson? Oh, Jalen just took him out backstage. Trey Johnson. Okay.
Bro, I haven't missed yet.
Trey Johnson.
Okay.
I should really be a GM. This is my mock draft, guys. Just so you guys know.
But you also had Ron Howard in your mock draft.
No. Ron Holland. I was reading something in Ron Holland. I typed it up.
Who did you mean though? I'm curious as to who you meant.
Who does that mean? Let me look.
That's actually the worst team is the doggone Wizards. Jazz purposely probably. I mean, the Jazz aren't that bad. It's just that they didn't.
I think I meant Derek Queen.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I got the top 3 right.
Whoa!
Derek
Whoa! There we
All right,
go.
boys.
Oh, Mr. TV in here.
I got like 2 minutes to drop in. You guys got to give me a rundown.
All right.
Okay, so
6.
Nas is 6 for 6.
How?
Listen,
He just knows.
Because the Jazz got Ace Bailey at 5.
Did I
Ace
see
Bailey,
Con Knipple in 4?
hey,
That's wild.
Oh, no,
I'm
how?
here for it, though.
Yeah.
it's a great pick. I'll explain it to you when you get on tomorrow.
Tomorrow I can't get on. I'm gonna be at training.
Yeah, you better. Start.
I'll
God, more
drop a
important.
summary while I am post gaming tonight. So
Okay, cool. Yeah, do that. Drop a comment tomorrow during your training.
But yeah, so we got Flag, then Dylan Harper, pretty expected. VJ Edgecombe went to Philadelphia.
That was a bold pick.
Then, yep, that was a good pick. Con at 4, Ace
Unreal.
Bailey at 5 to the Jazz, and now Trey Johnson at 6 to the Wizards.
If
No
I'm being
trades
honest,
yet.
No idea who's going next.
I mean, I think
Ah.
DP is definitely Jeremiah Fears, but I don't know if they are going to do that since they just got Poole.
I'm gonna
they-
say the center.
I think that this might be
Yeah.
the pick. This
I'm gonna
might be
say the center.
Malawak.
Malawak right here.
That would I just keep thinking like that would push Messi to the bench. Messi to the bench.
Oh, you're right. Oh, wait, hold on. I got a second. Maybe Jeremiah Fears, right?
That's what I'm thinking. I hate that guy, but he's definitely BPA.
Either Fears or Malawak. Which one do I pick, Drew?
CBS has them
I
taking
don't know. Why
big.
do the
They
Wizards
have
always have
them,
horrible picks though?
That was a bad pick.
CBS has them going either Cayman Malawak, Derek Queen, or CMB. So
I think Derek Queen.
Because he could be
One
more
for
of a
one, and I'm
four.
hopping off. Derek Queen here.
They're clean.
well, you still got 3.5 minutes, Drew. I hope you have time.
Suns, dude.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
Derek Queen plays
also
like a
not
center,
watching
but he's
at all.
really only 6'9".
You're not watching. Okay, yeah. Pick is not in. There's still about 3 minutes to go.
Yeah. Bam out of bio comp or no?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Cayman Malawak we're talking about? Dude, Cayman
No, I'm talking
Malawak
about
looks
Queen.
like
Queen.
Oh,
he's
Queen?
He's
Yeah.
like, bam.
Queen's a little undersized though. That's the only gripe I have against Queen. He's like 6'9".
6'9" without shoes on, yeah. But his
Waiting
offensive
for my
game
executive
is so
producer to get on
crazy.
the Ross. So
Who do I want paired up with Zion? It got to be Fears. It has to be.
Well,
They
they
got
have
Ricky.
Jordan Poole.
They
I
just
think
got
I don't
Jordan
think they go
He's
guard.
on CBM here just because he's more of a traditional 4. And Zion, I feel like you just can't bank on his health these days.
someone tell me who it is.
Hold on, it's
Still
not-
not there yet.
Still
Drew, you might have
minutes.
to listen and find out. There's still 2.5.
They might trade it. They need rebounding and perimeter defenders. I don't think.
Drew, did you get any chance to witness Skeens versus Miz today? The most hyped up regular season game this season.
It's a really good game. We
All right.
torched them.
Looks like I'm probably gonna have to hop off, boys, but I do have one thing to say. Sam, first of
Okay.
all, I have the same hat.
Yeah, dude, this is
And
sick. This hat is so
Second
sick.
of all, Ms. Shove Day. It's always
Yes.
Ms. Shove Day, and he's better than
Dude.
Skeens.
Oh my god, dude, he looked amazing today. He looked so good.
He makes
so
me,
glad I
he
got to
makes
watch
me
that
feel
game in
certain
person.
ways.
Yeah, correct. So glad I got to watch that game in person. Miz is current moment. I'm not talking about all season. I'm talking about current moment. Miz is the best pitcher in baseball.
He's
At
hot.
this very moment, he has the same amount of wins through 3 starts as he has hits allowed. That's
I was gonna say,
unheard
does
of.
he have like a 1.1 ERA?
Less. It's below 1.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
He didn't allow a
All right,
run
pick us
today.
in. Pick us in.
Well,
Who-
I thought
who-
he
Pick us in,
so
pick
he
us in,
gave
pick us in,
us
pick us
two
in.
All right,
right?
David, help me out.
Hold on. Yep.
Fears or
David,
Malawak?
mute your mic, David.
No, it's not. There's Stephen A is still yapping for me. I'm not there yet, but I'm thinking Jeremiah Fears if you want to do BPA, but I can see Colin Murray Boyles or Derek Queen
Oh, this
because
is gonna be really hard.
I'm gonna say Jeremiah Fears BPA, but I would not be
Nas,
surprised
who
if CBM
Who
or
did you have in your mock, Nazir? Who did you have in your mock?
I'm hopping off,
Yeah.
boys.
The Vem, I had Fears.
Enjoy the
but
draft.
Drew
See
Bird.
you later.
there.
Yeah, man.
See you later, Drew.
I want
I
to.
have Fears, and then right next to it, I have fuck that guy.
I want to. I want to change it to Malawak really badly, but they have Messi.
They might go
He's
Malawak.
overrated, dude. I really
If
like
they
him.
don't take Malawak here, Malawak falls out of the top 10. That's my thought process.
I don't know. He might go to the Raptors.
Brooklyn.
He's gonna go.
Brooklyn
to the
has
Raptors.
no need for a big.
The Raptors
Toronto,
need-
maybe.
The
Yeah,
Raptors need-
Work.
Yes.
The Raiders get to work.
The Raptors need.
Houston certainly doesn't need a big either.
No.
Portland would. I don't even know if Portland needs one. He might fall to 12.
Somebody could trade up for him though.
It's true.
That's true. That is true. Someone could. We haven't seen any trades yet, though,
All right, guys.
which is insane to me.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna stick with Jeremiah Fears.
you're sticking with Fears.
That's my
Steven
guy.
A.
If I see you start
You should be
holding
doing
up
that
seven,
you should
I'm
be doing
gonna
that
lose my
ESPN
mind.
thing.
My Oklahoma guy, Jeremiah Fears.
You should be
Sum it
doing
up.
that ESPN thing.
There's no way they'd go Malawaki. If they go Malawaki, they're on two big centers. Like, it's gonna be very, very interesting. Very
Is
interesting.
that John Calipari?
I'm
on
muting
there
now,
with him?
Sam.
That's Bob Myers. No, Bob Myers is on the right. Is that Calipari on the left? No, that's not. That is not. That has to be.
That is not Calipari.
That's not Cal. Who is that?
I don't know, but I forget the name, but it's not Cal.
Oh, that's a shoot. What's his name, dude? I know who that is. Why am I so dumb? I know who that is. All right, here we go. Pick us in. Pick us in. Oh, he held up the sevens. All right. Hold on. Dude, you are nuts. You are so nuts. How are you doing this good?
The best mock drive
That's
I've ever had in my life.
insane.
I want an assist on that one because you were gonna say Malawaki.
I was gonna change it. I was gonna change it, but I did have it at the beginning.
I hate this guy so much. I really do.
Yeah. I think
Oh
he's
yeah,
the
and they're
best
gonna
guard.
show why I hate him. This stupid ass buzzer beating victory he had against Michigan.
I think he's
the-
the best
the-
guard in the draft. Don't at me.
One of the biggest flops I've ever seen. Fuck this guy,
I
but
think
he's really
the
good.
best, the best guard in the draft. No one can tell me otherwise. My guy Jeremiah.
You think he's better than Harper?
He's better. He is the best guard in the draft, David.
Okay.
David. He's insane. He's not crazy efficient, I'll admit, but his shot selection, the way he moves, he can pass, he can fade away, bro. If he can get his efficiency up, oh my god, bro. Jeremiah Fears, jersey on the way. I already got a Zion.
I can see. I can maybe take. I can see him over like Johnson, definitely. Maybe Edge.
Oh, yeah.
I
Man,
think
that is a hot take, boy. That is a hot take.
Fears should have got
I
picked higher,
can't
but
have him over Harper, man.
Over Harper.
I
That
got
is
him
a
over. I
hot
got him
take.
over Harper, bro. I'm not saying he should have been picked. I understand college, the stats.
Hey, listen. I have my con take. You have your Fears take. It evens
Look, bro,
out.
These are my hot takes. Jeremiah Fears
No,
is the best guard in the draft, and Kanai Knippel's going to be an all-star in about 3 years. That's all I got to say.
Wait. I thought you said he was gonna be like Austin Reeves level. I don't think Reeves.
Yeah,
is
Austin Reeves is he's all-star level pretty much. He averaged
I
what,
feel
20, 25 this year? What are you talking about?
No, he only averaged like 20.
Okay, well, felt like 25.
He's a good player, but like I don't know. I don't really see it with Con. But I mean, I can put my bias aside because I fuck this guy. But like, I do think he's gonna be a really good player.
Dude, he's going to be so good for New Orleans. Bro, they got a good one. He's a little short. That's okay, though.
What did Austin Reeves average? I'm curious.
They have like
Yep,
20.
20.5. 20.5.
Yeah,
So
21.
solid.
I'll give him a 21. Listen, I don't know.
Okay,
Okay,
that's who I wanted. That's who I wanted anyway.
This guy though, like I don't like him because I don't like the way he plays, but he was committed to Illinois for like 8 months. And then like literally a month before the season started, he decommitted and flipped to Oklahoma. This was like a Tyler Hero decommitting from Wisconsin type of thing, but for Illinois.
that's true. Hey, okay, 8 for 8. I want to go 8 for 8 here. The Nets. They don't need they have Claxton, Cam Johnson's, and
I'm just
they
ready
could
to
go
sign
Malawak here, right?
This feels like the most likely trade if we're gonna have one.
I agree,
in the-
but who's going to trade? Bucks?
Not the Bucks. Definitely not the Bucks.
All right, guys, we need help.
Atlanta.
Oh my God,
Atlanta.
Jalen, you were saying I got a sleeper notification. Ace Bailey did not want to go to Utah, but they drafted him anyway.
I got Malawak here for the Nets, but my gut is telling me to change it because they don't. Do the Nets? Can someone look up their roster quick for me, real quick?
The only other big, but the two you said they have Day'Ron Sharp as well from UNC.
He's like 6'8". Yeah.
I think I really don't think they have.
They have Claxton still, right?
They have Claxton, but like I don't know. He's been in a lot of trade. He's like this is like new gen's Miles Turner though. He's in like trade rumors every year.
So Malawak here. This is what I have. Malawak.
I mean, if we're going BPA, and that's what I tried to do my mock draft on, I would probably have Malawak here.
Either him or the guy from Germany. I don't know how to say his name.
Noah Senge.
Yeah, either him or Malawak. That was my second choice for this one.
I seen somebody say that. What is it? I seen somebody say that he chose to like destroy whatever his draft stock was so he could come to Utah and be a top scorer. I'm like, I don't know, bro.
Yeah, Sleeper Notification said that he did not want to go there, but they drafted him anyway. So that's going to be a situation to monitor.
I'm like,
All right, guys. I think I'm going to stay with Malawak here, but I wouldn't be surprised if Noah's my second option, so that counts as half of a point, okay? I could go 7.5 here.
See, I like Queen here more than Asenge if we're going big, because Queen is a little bit more undersized, but his
Queen to Toronto makes so much sense.
That's true.
I have Queen at Toronto. That makes so much sense to me.
That's true, but I feel like you could definitely start
You
Queen.
can use him, yeah. That's not a crazy take.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if it's not Malawak, it would be Queen. Just his shot, he's one of the most creative bigs I've seen in college in a while.
Yeah, that's true. I hope Queen realistically. I really hope he goes to Phoenix. He would be so nice there.
Yeah.
They need
Who's their current center? Am I tripping? Do they still? Oh, it's Nurkic still, right?
No, he's on the Hornets.
Nurkic?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't even know that.
He got traded. I forget who they traded him for, but yeah, they got him out of there.
Nurkic's a Hornet.
Deadline.
Bailey.
All right.
Yes,
8 for
sir.
8 here, boys. I got Malawak. Hey, Sam, it's either going to be Malawak or Noah from Germany.
I'm gonna say.
Well,
I'm gonna say,
Malawak's your first option, though.
I'm gonna say Derek Queen.
Malawak is my first option, and Noah is my second option. I don't think Queen's going to Toronto. That's my pick.
See, I think that would be a great fit, but I can see Derek Queen and Claxton playing together. I don't think I can see.
Call me crazy. They could pick Colin Murray Boyles here. I hope not, but they could.
They don't have a big, bro.
CMB.
They need a big. Malawak is perfect.
Yeah, they ain't got no big, bro. They
telling
need a
you.
big.
CMB is another one of those guys where it's kind of hard to project because like his draft stock is all over the place. Like I've seen him in the top 10 and I've seen him like, oh my God.
Oh, interesting.
Don't react.
Don't react. Don't react.
Do not react. I need to see if I go 8 for 8. If I go 8 for 8, I'm gonna microphone. Don't say anything.
You don't react either.
I still have Stephen A going.
Dude, he just talks, and he just says so much nothing, man. I can't stand that dude. When he's not making fun of the Cowboys, I can't stand that dude.
Isn't that other dude's name just Seth Green? Isn't that Seth Green?
He's not the guy who voiced Brian in Family Guy, no.
Well, yeah. Okay, here's the pick. I'm not even looking at the stream right now. I'm not even looking.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yegor Demon? It's a big though. It's a big though.
He's a guard.
Did say big.
He's like
a C.
He's a guard.
He's a guard.
He's like a Ben Simmons. He's like a Ben Simmons type of guy. What? I was gonna say I know you know who Yegor Demon is, Sam. Unfortunately,
I know exactly.
I do know Yegor Demon. I do know from that game where John Tonje nearly backpacked us to the Sweet 16. But he was decent at BYU. All Big 12 freshman, all Big 12 honorable mention this past year.
This should not count to my. Come on, this is ridiculous. This is
you're 7 for 8, bro. You guessed and got it wrong.
Who? No one on earth would have picked this guy.
It's not crazy.
Well, that's
7 for 8. 7 for 8. Hey, there's not a lot of people though in a draft like this where
I had him at where'd I have him? I had him at 13, so it's not
a lot of 15. Yeah. He's at 15 for me.
So, but still, I mean, like, watch this tape here though. Yegor Demon's not a bad guy.
He can play.
He's not a bad point. He's not a bad guard.
He can play 1 through 4.
I think he's Ben Simmons, worse defense but better jump shot.
What, he's 6'9", right?
He's like 6'9",
Yeah.
6'10".
So he basically is a big. I mean, like he's a
1
big,
through 4,
big
but he's a
dude.
center, bro.
Dude,
Sean Bradley.
he's a big guard, bro. He has some insane ball handling capabilities, and I think, I mean, if you truly want to build around Cam Thomas and stop all this bullshit where like you just like bench him because all he can do is score, this is a good guy to put next to Cam Thomas because he can take some of the playmaking responsibilities off of your 2 guard. This is one of those
theory.
where it's like better for fit than it is for. It's a reach, but it's a good fit.
I mean, once Igor learns the
Yeah.
offense, I mean, I feel like he'd be fine. But
If he
That's not what anyone
gets
expected.
put in positions to take smart shots, I think this is going to be a good pick for the
that might
Nets.
be a really.
And the reason is
Really good for
the
the
reason
Bulls
being
because I thought this is one of the guards that the Bulls would be like fooled into taking.
well, like I said, he was playing for BYU, and BYU, all they did was shoot threes. Everyone on that team, unless you were Keita at the 5,
Yeah,
everyone shot threes, and everyone shot threes at a ridiculous rate. And he shot 28%. So for a guy who isn't a shooter type player, still shooting 28% on that many threes, that's not bad.
wasn't it
That's
like
not bad.
5 attempts per game or something?
Not sure. I can look up right now though.
All right, Toronto. Who are we? I think
Okay, it has to. I think this is gonna be Queen.
it has to be Mallock or Queen. I have Queen right here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he took 5 threes a game. 5 threes and 5 twos. He took 10 shots a game.
I thought it was
5
around 5 threes a game. Yeah,
All right, I'm gonna go
So-
Queen here. This makes
I'm
more
also
sense.
going Queen.
I'm 7 for 8. That was kind of bull shark. I don't know why they picked Igor, but it's fine. I have Igor. I had Igor going to the Spurs at 14, but I guess it's fine.
Yeah, that's definitely the first like big surprise. At
Okay.
least.
Oh no, the guy on the left is Kevin Nagandi.
Queen
Okay.
to the Raptors.
That's who that is, right? This was still bugging me. Kevin,
I think your take about Mallock, Sam, is actually looking pretty good right now. But I do think that if Queen goes 9, the Suns do take Mallock at 10.
Oh yeah, they have to. They have to. They really have to.
the Suns are at 11 though. Houston's at 10.
No, I thought the Suns had 10 because they traded the pick, or they pick on
Oh,
traded.
that's right. Yeah, that is right.
So I don't think he falls out of the top 10, but you got really close because I think he'll fall to 10. Wow.
Well, hold on. No, Houston's at 10. What?
No, they traded the pick for KD.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. But
Yeah, they
Houston
traded-
still makes the pick, though, right? Or do the Suns tell Houston who they want?
No,
They're probably gonna flip it when they get to there. This is where the Suns pick now.
Yeah.
yeah, no, it just doesn't appear that way until
Until it actually gets to the screen.
yeah.
So the Houston originally had this pick, but now it goes to the.
Well, yeah, but like you know
The
how
Phoenix
a couple
Suns.
years ago when the Bucks drafted Kevin Porter Jr., but it was really Cleveland's pick, and it was still announced as the Bucks select KPJ, and he still took pictures in Bucks like hats and stuff like that. And then it was the day after.
On draft day.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, that's why, because you don't have time. Like the trades come in right away. Since this was made prior, I
But
think
like, it's still like you look at the ticker on the left side, it still has Houston at 10. So is
Right.
it
I
Houston
think it's
making
the
the
original
pick
pick order.
for
I would
Phoenix?
assume.
Well, yeah, original pick order, but like, is Houston making the pick for Phoenix, or is Phoenix making the pick? They're just
Phoenix-
announcing it as Houston's pick.
If Phoenix is making the pick, they're just announcing. Because think about it, dude. If that was the case, they could say like, yeah, we're gonna take we're gonna take Bronny James
We're
here.
gonna take,
something like that.
Jace Richardson. We're gonna take at 10th overall.
Yeah. That dude, and it's kind of not really surprising since he's like only 6 feet tall. That dude probably is going to have one of the biggest stock falls of anyone in the draft because he was a consensus top 5 guy. He's probably going to go in like the late 20s now.
He might even fall today too. He might be like 31, 32.
If Jace Richardson falls out of the first round, that could be the biggest steal of the draft. But I do think he's probably going to fall out of the lottery for sure. Because I remember all the Bleacher Report mock drafts, like in like March and April, May had him in the top 10.
Toronto's going big here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
this is Queen. This is Queen. Me and David had this one locked in. This is
Yeah.
Queen.
Pick is in.
They
Phoenix
showing
on the
that-
clock
they
next.
showing the South Carolina kid right now on screen.
Murray Boyles.
Yeah.
Colin Murray Boyles.
Murray
Yeah.
Boyles that I just like I can't get completely. He just doesn't have a jump shot. He like can't shoot threes at all, and it's just really
Igor
hard to
Demon.
buy in on that.
Igor Demon is just throwing me off.
He's bouncy as shit. He's athletic. He's really good in the post. He's strong. He's got a lot of physical tools, but I don't even know if it's that he can't shoot. He just doesn't shoot, and that I don't know. I don't know about Colin Murray Boyles. Oh my God! Wow, they're really.
They flying? They must be flying. I don't hear David anymore. Demon, going back to Igor Demon, shot 6 of 14, 15 points, was 1
Oh, hold on.
3 against Alabama back in the Sweet 16 when Alabama blew them out of the water by 25. Okay, pick is still in for me. I still haven't seen anything. I'm not even looking at the stream. They could be reacting right now. I have no clue. I'm looking at CBS.
My thoughts exactly, Nas. My thoughts exactly.
All right, so the pick has obviously been made. I am blind to it. I got my roommate with me, Jacob. Who do you think this is? Just say your name right now. Malawak. He thinks it's Kama Malawak. I think it's Queen. Oh, okay. Jalen, you get the pick yet?
That's probably the worst pick I've seen all draft.
6'6"?
Colin Murray
I
Boyles.
thought he was like 6'9". He's only 6'6".
That's probably the worst pick I've seen all draft. I'm not kidding.
I see you guys list him at 6'7".
They have Scotty Barnes.
He's only wait. I thought he was like 6'9". I mean, that's
No.
probably got shoes on.
Mm.
No, he's a short 4.
What the?
17-9, 2.5 on 60% shooting this year.
Keep in mind, South Carolina was like god awful this year, though.
Bro, Queen
Yeah.
should have gone here. It's literally perfect. He can play the 5 and the 4 perfectly.
This guy has like one of the hottest female basketball girlfriends I've ever seen, though. I'm not gonna lie. So he's got that going for him.
60%.
Obviously, it's
60%
Jalen
efficient
Suggs, right? He's
field goal.
wicked.
I don't know.
Jalen-
Third rebounder in the SEC.
I mean, Chloe Kitts is cool, but dude, it's Jalen Suggs, hands down. Like,
Who, Haley Van?
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You
One of these. One of these.
You
Who's
I just
Colin Murphy?
think, like
Who's
they both
Murphy's
go to
girl?
South Carolina.
Who's Murphy's girl?
Chloe Kitts.
I don't know who that is. Let me look her up.
Please do. Please do.
I ain't gonna say Haley Van.
Dude,
Lith,
they're
but-
showing they're showing Chloe Kitts' highlights on here and not his.
Bro, how do you
What
spell
is
it?
going on?
That is insane.
How do you
That
spell
is so
it?
insane. Chloe, like CHLOE, and then Kitts is KITTS. Come on, I don't even watch women's basketball, and I knew that.
Dude.
Oh, her?
Yeah. They're showing. Imagine they're showing your girlfriend's highlights instead of yours, man. You get
She's
drafted.
not bad at all. I ain't gonna get it twisted. She ain't bad, but
Ain't
Oh,
Van
no.
Lith.
He's good. I
I'm
just,
thinking, I gotta.
Van Lith,
Jalen
though.
Suggs got it, bro.
Ain't Van Lith though. Ain't
I'm saying-
Yeah, I'm now
Got it,
totally showing her
bro.
highlights.
Van Lith.
I don't know how
That's crazy.
Jalen
I'm sorry,
Suggs.
bro.
Whoa, whoa,
Jalen
Suns
Suggs
proposed
got
to
it, bro.
trade. The Suns proposed to trade.
Well, that was.
Oh no,
was the
that
trade.
is
No,
that
This
was the
isn't.
trade.
Like,
See,
this was
that's
the
what Sam was talking about. Yeah.
I kind of
Yeah,
give
so
up. I
like
don't know.
this is
I don't-
technically
Malawak-
Houston's pick, but Phoenix is going to own the rights to it.
So this is
So Phoenix
100%
is making it.
Malawak. There's no way this isn't Malawak, but that means the
Or it's Queen.
falls out of the
Or
top
it's
10.
Queen.
The Bulls.
Depends
need
on what
Queen.
Phoenix wants. Does Phoenix want to be more offense oriented or defense oriented at
There
their
go
big?
Chloe Kitts, bro. She on the screen.
Dude. Ooh.
Do they want? Yeah. Does Phoenix want to be offense centric with their 5? Do they want to have
Dude,
Derek
I'm
Queen be
actually
like
really
the third
excited.
option, or
Dude,
do
we
they
might
want a
actually-
guy like Kaman Malawak? Do they
I
want
hope it's
Kaman Malawak?
Malawak.
Oh, hat fell off.
Dude,
they
I'm getting
want
really
Kaman
excited.
Malawak?
The Bulls might actually be able to get Queen, bro.
That's what I'm saying. That's
If
what
I'm a
saying.
Bulls
The
fan, I
Bulls
want
might get
Kaman
Queen.
Malawak.
The
If I'm a
Bulls
Bulls
can
fan, I
get
want
Queen.
Malawak.
I don't think this has to be Malawak though.
It should be.
But the thing is that like Portland could take Queen too because Queen can play the 4.
They gonna. I mean, they
Hey,
can,
Yeah,
but
dude, Tamani Kamara was all defensive team,
that's
wasn't
what
he?
I'm saying. Like,
He played. He was the
and they just got
He was the
traded last year.
throw-in.
They're not gonna get another.
He was
big.
the throw-in in that
Now that-
massive trade.
now that
Walter Clayton
Rockets
Jr. might be
gone.
somebody they look at.
Actually, no. The Rockets need to pick something because they just gave up a lot.
Because the
Now-
Suns
now
were
that-
part of the Dame trade, weren't they? Like that was technically like
no, they got Kamara, but
Yeah.
now that
because the
Simons
Blazers
is
got
gone, they'll
Kamara
do-
from the Suns.
now that Simons is gone, they'll do Scoot, Shaden, Tumani, then a 4, and then
Denny Avdia?
Yeah.
oh wait, I forgot they have
Good
Denny. My fault.
Denny's still there. He's nice.
Well, I
He's
only getting
forgot
better,
about
too,
the
every single
trade
year.
they made.
All right, who's going here, boys?
I think it's gonna
I
be
think it's-
Mallock.
I think it's Queen.
You know,
Either
you know,
one
you
would-
know what crazy pick I had? I had the guy from Illinois, Kasparis.
Jakob Jonas.
I had him.
Marcus Jonas, yeah.
I had him going to
I
Houston.
well,
You
he's
really
going to
need another
Phoenix
guard,
now.
though.
He's going to Phoenix now. Is that how it works?
Yeah.
So it's Houston.
Phoenix.
It's Houston's pick tonight because the trade can't be official until a couple days from now.
And
As soon as as soon as the moratorium period starts, yeah. Well, you guys mute. I'll let you know.
So the Suns picked then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Suns are making this pick. It is announced as Houston's pick though, because until the moratorium period is over in 5 days, it is not officially a Phoenix
Okay.
Suns pick.
Well, I got Kasparis. That was on my list, but I might be going 0 for 3 right here for the past.
Well, I think either way, the Bulls are going to have their pick on one of the premium centers because even if this is Mallock Queen, then we get Thomas Sorber.
Right, exactly. That's actually right. Yeah.
So
All
I'm
right, is Silver coming up there for you guys yet? He is not.
it's they even when the pick is
Yeah.
in, they usually go right up to the 5 minutes just so these guys can talk. Is what I've come to realize.
Oh, yeah, they need the ratings. They 100% need the ratings. We know this.
Yeah.
We did sports media as our degrees. Like we know this. We need the ratings.
Camera as long as possible.
Jacob, who
I'm
you got
really,
on tape?
I'm really
Who the Suns
afraid
get?
that we're going to take Carter Bryant, and I do not want him at all. Carter Bryant would be like purgatory for the Bulls.
The Charlotte Hornets are trading center Mark Williams to the Phoenix Suns for the 29th pick tonight.
Are you serious?
Wow.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Wow.
They're not going big.
For only
The Suns aren't going big then.
They're the 29th pick and a 2029 first round pick.
Type that
Whoa,
in the
that's a
breaking news
weird
one.
return.
Hey, Nazir. Nah, if you can type that in the breaking news ticker over here.
Hey, type that in.
Hit the 3 bar and then type it in. I'm doing the selection thing. I got the selection up.
Mark Williams to the Suns. Yeah, I've yet to see that anywhere. Where are you? Where are you seeing that on a?
Shams
Shams?
tweeted it. Oh,
All right, mute it. I'm still trying to find that. Where is Shams? Shams Charania. I still call him Shams. I'm from Wisconsin. He's Shams. That is crazy. So we were right about the Hornets don't want Mark Williams anymore. Now, do the Hornets trade up with Portland? Okay, pick is coming for me. Malwak.
All right, I'll take my victory lap here. I thought it was going to be him because they've had a oriented center for the last couple of couple years.
Clint Capella. This is
Yeah.
literally just a taller Clint Capella, and that was the question we wanted to ask about Phoenix. Is that do they want to be offense oriented or do they want to be defense oriented?
So do they have Mallock and Mark Williams now as well?
Yeah,
Wow.
that's interesting.
Wow.
So
He's going to the Suns, right?
yes, he is a
Yeah.
Phoenix Sun. unless they rescind the Kevin Durant trade, he's going to be a Phoenix Sun.
Wow. This is why I didn't let myself get hyped about Malwak, because like there's no
Mark
way he
Williams
falls
Suns.
out of the top 10.
Mark
Damn,
Williams.
Mark Williams going to the Suns?
It's something else, man.
They're only picked. I'm surprised. I mean, I know he's injury prone, but like, damn, because he was a lottery.
The 2029 first rounder is least favorable of Cleveland, Utah, and Minnesota, 1 to 5 projected.
Wait, that's actually so much worse than what they got from the Lakers, because they got Connect and like a pick back.
Yeah.
It was like Connect, like in like a first, and like then like a swap.
Dude, they got Mark Williams and Con Knipple in the same draft.
Kaman Malawak.
Cannot
So
believe
he's going to
they
be with the
traded him.
Suns and Mark Williams with the Suns. Dang.
Dude, Jalen Green, Booker, and Mark Williams. If they can figure out that 4 position.
Is it Kaman going there too?
Huh?
Ain't Kaman going there too?
Kamara, he's on the Blazers. Pretty sure.
No, I'm talking about Malawak. Ain't he going there too?
Malawak's going to the Suns, yeah.
Yeah,
Jeez.
so it's Malawak and Williams on the Suns. And now,
Jeez.
well, Khan's on the Sun, though. Khan's a Hornet. I know we were talking about that. But yeah, dude, Common Malwatch, dude, this is Clint Capella 2.0. And he's already, like, Clint Capella took a few years to get acclimated to the league and to really become like a, okay, this guy's got it kind of guy in the league. Come on, Malawak, because he has like 3-4 inches on Clint Capella, he's already there.
Yeah,
I've been talking about Malawak as the guy that's going to be a huge name to watch in this draft since the tournament back in March. That this dude means business down low.
I agree, but I also do think he's kind of raw. He disappeared against Houston.
Oh, he's definitely raw. Offensively, he's raw. Offensively, he might have the skills of Dennis Rodman offensively, but defense. This is a defense pick. They just took themselves out of the race for any big in free agency, but I think that's a good thing. I think that's a really good thing.
This is interesting now. Did you for Mark Williams to bring him off the bench?
The Lakers are about to get destroyed in the paint, bro. I'm sorry.
All right.
They don't have a big.
Oh my God, dude, we could get Derek Queen because I don't know. The Portland could take him here. But
I don't know. Who do I have here? Queen? No.
Go with that.
All right, who do I have? I had Derek Queen here overall. So.
All right, wait.
See, I wish they would just make these trades official before the draft.
Oh no, I had
Derek Queen.
No, my bad. I had Noah. I had Noah from Germany here. For
this is where I had Colin Murray Boyles is at 11.
They're definitely not taking Yakushonis or Traore. Carter Bryant, maybe.
Oh, please, because I feel like we're gonna take Carter Bryant, and I don't want him.
Bro, the Mavs got AD for free, basically. They just got Knipple with them. Like, if Kyrie gets healthy in time, they can make a little run.
You mean Cooper Flag? Not Knuppel.
No, yeah, my bad. I keep mixing them up.
I don't know how you mix it up Flag and Knipple, but
They're not the same team. They're best friends.
Maybe this could be
they're both fly white boys catching a vibe. I mean, come on,
Flag.
Maybe we see Asa Newell here. I haven't heard anyone say him yet.
What about
I think he falls down the board a little bit more.
Nah. What about McNeely? He's good. UConn guy.
Oh, I have him around like probably the 15 to 18 range, I'd say.
Where'd you guys Where'd you guys put what's his name? Wait. I have a feeling they're gonna trade this. They're waiting. They're waiting very long. I got Patrick Queen here though. I don't know why, but
Derek Queen, not Patrick. Derek Queen.
Jesus, Derek Queen. Jesus, bad night.
Dude, you went 7 for 7. The second that Igor Demon went, You just fell off. You're washed.
Not watch, bro. I'm better than you.
Probably.
I had
I think this
Okay.
is one of the hardest ones to predict.
on my mock draft. I had Noah from Germany going here.
Yeah, Isenge here wouldn't surprise me.
That'd be a good pick.
Yeah.
Creative ball handler with scoring instincts. I like.
Oh my God, it's coming up instantaneously.
All right, but they're gonna trade this. There's no way they're. I was right.
They traded it?
I think so.
Oh, the Blazers.
Hold on. Yeah. Are they taking the pick? They're making the pick? It says pick is in.
Trade.
Hold on.
Going
There's
to
a trade. Oh, Memphis. Who are they moving? What is Stephen A. crying about, bro?
Wow.
What?
Hold on.
What?
I haven't seen nothing yet.
Wow. You know what? I like it.
Okay, so what about the 11th pick?
What?
It
Wait.
doesn't have anything to do with the 11th pick, yeah.
Bro, his dad was an Olympian.
No,
Cedric Coward?
this guy is good. It's early.
Wait, they're
But-
trading him to the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
No, it's just
he's
a
a
proposed
Grizzly.
trade.
Yeah, so yeah, he is going to be a Grizzly. They
Yeah,
they don't
maybe.
get finalized for like 5 days though, because the league moratorium period starts when, like a week from now.
Oh, right.
They'll
Yep.
be finalized before that.
Okay. Dude, I'm telling you, man, this guy has one of the coolest stories you've ever seen. This guy was
Bro, his dad is an Olympian.
he played 2 years at JUCO and then played last year at Wazoo. Or he
Wazoo,
played a
yeah.
year at JUCO and then a year at 3.
18 on 56 with 7 boards.
No, this guy's good. This guy's good. I'm surprised he went this high though, because he only played 6 games this year for Wazoo.
The Grizz. Okay, let's see what our pal Brendan Donlevy has to say about this.
Oh yeah, I
What
forgot.
he's thinking. To the group chat we go. He just texted. And he said, anyone know anything on this dude? Athletic shooting wing. I trust Kleiman.
Great story.
Yeah. You can't really complain. He's a wing. They didn't really. I mean, I guess you could have tried to draft a guard to replace Desmond Bane, but they're probably going to address that in free agency now. And I mean, they also brought in Cole Anthony, and they brought in KCP, and who else was part of that trade? There was Cole Anthony, KCP, and what other player was in that trade?
Had a fantastic
That's it. I think it was a pick.
Just a pick, or all the picks, right? Yeah, they had like 5 first rounders, which is
Yeah.
stupid. Yeah, so Cole Anthony is a guard replacement. KCP is a solid bench asset if you're the Grizzlies. If they felt like this was their guy, if they felt like he wasn't going to get down to 16, make the move.
I know
And if
he's
you're
a
Portland-
great player.
The
And if you're
Bulls.
Portland, yeah, if you're Portland and you know like the guy you want is probably going to be available at 16, make the move. Make the trade back. We'll see.
All right, our pick is in. All right, so
Pick's
man,
in.
Man, that was quick.
It's gonna be
Boy.
clean here, bro.
it's
It has
set it
to
on the like the big screen, but it's
It
still the
has to
clock's
be
still going
clean.
down.
It has
was
to be
quick.
clean. Maybe it's still pick is in for Portland. Maybe it's still pick is in for Portland because they're the same color scheme.
Queen or Thomas Sorber, I would be fine with, but if it's Carter Bryant, I'm leaving the podcast. If it's Carter Bryant, I do not want another wing.
Ready to hear y'all crash out.
If it's Carter Bryant or if it's especially Kasparis, I'm gonna be really really upset.
Dude, yeah, take the Illinois guy. It works so well with Ayo Dosunmu.
Yeah, but we needed guards there, and that was with like a second round pick too. That wasn't
Yeah,
with
yeah.
well.
I know. I'm just throwing shade.
Oh yeah, no, I mean we got Domask last year, even though he didn't end up making the team. We had
Yeah, is he G League or where is he?
I don't know. He just got a 10-day with us or an Exhibit 10, but we had Kofi Coburn for a while as well. We had a bunch of Illinois guys.
Dude, Kofi Coburn was so good at Illinois too. He was such a good player at Illinois.
Originally, I had McNeely going to the Bulls for the UConn.
Please no.
But
he's fallen a little bit.
He's falling crazy, bro. But
yeah,
I mean, this is what I had him at 12. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he went higher. But
hey, Brendan said that it only cost us a 2028 first-round pick and 2 second-round picks.
Jeez.
We got Quinn from Cincinnati saying, "Hope Pat Williams is off the roster soon. He is poopy."
I agree. I defended him
Pat
for so
Williams is
long.
not that good.
I defended him on draft night when all my friends said he didn't even start at Florida State. Why didn't he get drafted? So I was like, dude, Kelvin Sampson knows how to develop guys off the bench. Scotty Barnes didn't start right away. Terrence Mann didn't start right away. I made every excuse in the book for Patrick Williams, but nah.
Our pal Nick says Bulls better take Derek Queen here. Chris, did you get that mic yet?
It's coming tomorrow, actually.
Oh, there we go. They'll be ready.
Yeah, I bought it like right before we started yesterday.
That's good. Yeah, I remember that. I don't know if it came in early. Nick
quite.
Here says Bulls better take Derek Queen. Don't take the Illinois guy. Penny saying this draft is weird.
It's either Queen or McNeely. I have McNeely here. This is my.
I don't think McNeely goes for like another 10 picks.
Whoever gets it is getting a steal.
He's good, but he's his offensive game is more limited to me. Plus, we do not need if we draft anyone that's not like a stretch 4 or like a true 5. It's gonna be a waste.
The dog going crazy in the background, bro.
Yeah, if we want a more traditional center than Sorber, if we want a more modern center, or again, maybe that's unbiased, but or Danny Wolf. AK is
I need some enlightenment on who Arturas Karnisovas is. I need some enlightenment on that.
That's our GM. That's our GM.
Okay. Dude, so that means they're probably taking Yakushonis, dude.
Dude, please don't put that thought out there, bro. You're probably right, but
dude, yeah, he was a Lithuanian basketball player himself. Come on. Oh, who's on FaceTime right now, bro?
I don't even think that's FaceTime. That sounded like.
I guess I'm not a ball knower.
Scan to learn.
All right, I'm just coming back from commercial break. Pick should be in. Yeah, it is in. Atlanta's on the clock. When do we think? Oh, I hear someone's saying, "Keep it muted. Keep it muted." I don't want to know. Oh, I saw it early. Shit, I saw it early. It's better than Carter Bryant.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
I can't be too mad. He's not who I wanted.
Noah's good. Noah's good, bro. That's a great pick.
At least we need to take a guard. It's not who I wanted, but I can't be too fucking mad. But we don't have a center though.
Yeah, Vuk.
That's better than what it could have been.
That's like the middle ground. I'm not mad about it. I'm not happy.
Man,
is this also a drafting stash?
He probably
is this a drafting stash?
I mean, so we got Josh, we got Kobe, then we have. I guess Matas could play the 3, and then Asenge
Pat Williams or
or
Asenge.
no, Pat Williams is coming off the bench.
So then Asenge, and then who do you have at 5?
I guess Vucevic still.
Yeah, I kind of hope he gets moved.
I hope he does too. My dream is a sign and trade with the Warriors for Kuminga.
We got Quinn, and he's a Bulls fan. I know this guy Quinn. He said, "Ooh, a French fella."
Everybody wants to get French fellas after they seen Wemby.
Yeah. Yep, they're showing Wemby graphics up there right now.
Literally, everybody want to get a French dude because they want to think they got Wemby.
Why are they showing Ryan Rupert up there, bro? City Sissoko too. City Sissoko wasn't bad though. Dude, Tijane Salone too from the Hornets. He's kind of a dog.
That dude was probably the worst after Cody Williams, the worst player in last year's draft. I think.
Who? Salon?
Yeah.
He's not bad.
He was, dude.
He
was
plays for the Hornets. I mean, you gotta give some slack here. He plays for the Hornets.
Dude, I know his shooting splits were like, I don't remember exactly what they were, but they were like awful, dude.
They weren't great, but could have been worse.
I really hope this guy.
Why was that Bulls logo just boring like holes into my skull right there? Dude, it comes back from showing Asenge highlights, and it's just the Bulls logo like staring
I just looked
right
it up.
into my soul.
Tijan Salon shot 32% from the field and 24% from 3 last year.
Is he any good defensively?
He only played 18 minutes tonight. I don't know how much I didn't really watch a lot of Hornets games last year, but yeah, his effective field goal percentage was the 3rd lowest in the entire NBA for anyone who played at least 15 minutes. He is the project guy, but like, yeah.
Give it time.
One of my boys is
trust the process. If you're in Charlotte, trust the process. Bulls need a playmaker. Asenge might be that guy, though. Asenge might be that playmaker.
Man, they should have got Derek Queen. I'm sorry.
Pulls up the box score. I mean, he's not bad. They should have taken Queen.
They should have.
You should have on the Vooch replacement.
There's no reason.
He's another French basketball player. He's not big. He's tall, but he's not big. Like the last time we saw a big guy come out of France was Gobert, and even he wasn't.
My pick for the Hawks is Newell. I had Newell going to the Hawks.
Well, it's technically going to New Orleans. Yeah, it's the Pelicans pick.
I didn't see that. Yeah. I'm
It
glad
is
to
technically
trade up.
Pelicans pick.
Who should I?
And then
Who they need? They can get Queen, right? No. The Illinois guy. Yoko Jonas.
And then the next pick is the Spurs pick, though, right? Like that already is for sure. That is their pick.
That's their actual pick. Yeah.
I'm surprised OKC didn't get the trade up.
So the Spurs might walk out of here with Dylan Harper and like Derek Queen or Neat Clifford.
I cannot believe OKC has pick 15 after winning the finals.
All right, sorry about one of my friends FaceTimed me about the pick as well. About Asenge.
I think we go Queen here, boys.
How dare
Somebody said Bulls need a playmaker. We got Giddey though. Giddey's that playmaker.
Giddey's not bad.
I got Queen or Newell here. What do you guys got?
It's probably going to be Queen, and we're going to be looked at as the team that didn't draft him, and then he got picked right.
Bulls.
I'm not.
I don't know.
mad.
I feel like Atlanta's going to go wing here. I feel like it's gonna be like Nick Clifford, Colorado State.
Okay, so it's pick 13 to the Pelicans for pick 23 and an unprotected first next year. Ooh, that could actually end up being a pretty good pick if the Pelicans are bad again. You move up 10 spots, that could actually be a pretty good pick next year for the Hawks. Because the Pelicans are like such a wild card.
The NBA Redditors of the world are comparing Noah Essengay to being like a Costco Giannis in a way. So depending on what we see in the summer league out of Essengay, he might end up being that playmaker that they're looking for. Oh, I think I saw the reaction. Chris, can you hear us now? Chris, can you hear us?
I can, yes. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can, and there's a lot less echo. Awesome. Keep
Dude,
using those, dude.
It's
And
so
then you
hard.
can work out your preferences too. To once you get that mic, you use the mic as your vocals. And like I have my Bluetooth headphones on right now, which also work as like just a microphone if I want to. You just fix the preferences. Those are just your earbuds now, and then you have a mic. All right.
Dude, it's so hard.
This is Dairy Queen, isn't it?
I am not having fun.
wired
I am
headphones.
having so much non-fun right now. I cannot believe it, bro. He was right there. I'm sorry.
Wow.
This is the one that I'm gonna spoil. Dude.
Well, yeah. That's insane.
Oh man, dude, this
Derek Queen.
Noah Essengay guy better fucking balance my checkbook because
Heading
we're gonna be the
to
team
New
that didn't draft
Orleans.
Derek Queen.
Derek Queen.
This Noah Essengay guy better do my taxes, bro, because I think Derek Queen is gonna be really, really good.
Derek Queen.
He was mocked to be pretty high, too, like within the top 10.
And this is what always happens, man. The guy I want in the draft falls, so then I convince myself that my team is going to be smart enough to pick him, and then we never do.
The Bulls don't never do nothing in the draft, bro. I kind of got fed up by now.
I mean, I think Matas is going to be – last year's like the one exception, but every other year, as of recent –
Ace Bailey.
Patrick Williams, Dalen Terry, Wendell Carter Jr. Like, there's just the list goes on.
Chris, we still got some echo, I think. It helps a little bit. I think it's the mic now, too.
Okay. I will, yeah.
Chris, put some. Do you have AirPods? Put some AirPods in.
I do, but my laptop is, it's a Dell, unfortunately.
You can still pair them, I think. I've been able to do that before. With
It didn't
HP.
work. I've tried before and it just didn't work. I could, what I could do, I think part of it's just because I'm in the living room and it's pretty sound.
Relocate. Yeah.
I
relocate.
would. However, there's no TV anywhere else, and my brother's asleep right now because he works third shift. So I could try and mute the TV, which is over there. I'm just watching the stream on my phone right now. I'll see if that works, and then my dad's working downstairs right now too. So
the earbuds did help with the the vocal echo. Like when we're speaking, it did help with that echo. It's just your mic is picking up literally everything.
Of course it is. I will. I'll be back in a second, guys.
All right. He didn't mute the mic, guys.
Oh, that's gonna be rough.
I'm muted.
Well, I think he's muting the TV though.
Oh, okay.
That should help.
They're
showing the Dairy Queen game winner against Colorado State, dude. Oh my gosh, that game broke me. I had Colorado State big in that one. I had Colorado State big in that game.
Great.
Colorado State is a guy that's probably going to go not too far from here either.
Nick Clifford, yeah, he'll probably go in the next couple. Well, he might even go here. He might even go here at 14.
Clifford's the type of guy that can pick, like an older rookie who's like ready to contribute right now.
CBS has them going wing. Bryant, Clifford, and Liam McNeely are the go-tos. OKC they have going guard.
Does
all your
OKC really need anything?
I'm gonna make my pick right now. I think it's gonna be Carter Bryant. I think he's the best.
I think OKC, what they go for is going to be just best player available. I think best player available is all OKC needs to do. They just won the finals. They don't need to really think about what's going on.
I like this pick for the Spurs. Great
No,
pick.
don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't
This
say
is
it.
one of my favorite players
Hold
in
on.
the
It's
draft.
coming through right now.
If you know, you know.
Coming through right now.
And I tried to. I got this one.
Nah, I didn't get this one, bro. I'm not gonna lie, but
Carter Bryant.
What about him?
Carter Bryant.
I forgot to say it, but that's why I said I wanted to say it like right before it happened.
Put a shirt on, bro. Put a shirt on underneath that jacket. Come on.
Yeah, you're gonna like.
You're not here to
remember this
impress nobody.
life.
Put the shirt on, bro.
He's gonna impress a lot of people. He got millions now.
That's true. That is true.
He's gonna impress a
The
lot of
worst
people.
birthday fit of all time for me
that,
still has
but-
to be that Kevin Knox Fortnite suit though.
Dude, yeah, that was so goofy.
That's a good pick. Because that's an eventual Harrison Barnes replacement. And if they packaged like Vassell and Sohan for like some star in the future, he's right there for them.
I always love these. Like ESPN finds the goofiest stories for these guys. Carter Bryant's grandpa is a member of the USA Deaf Basketball Hall of Fame. Like what?
Why is
They
there
do
even
their homework.
That is like a copious amount of homework you're doing for that. No disrespect to Mike Torres, but like that's just such a goofy find. Like, you don't want to talk about this guy's name. Obviously, you're doing it right now.
Quinn said, I have a good feeling Matas is going to be a stud. Ball knower. Ball knower. Ball knower.
David, do you think the Bulls trade Kobe White this year?
I think if we have to pick between him and Josh, yeah.
No, Quinn. Kevin Knox is not in the league anymore, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah,
Let's basketball reference.
Then yeah, which sucks because I do like Kobe, but I mean, I think Josh in a half a season proved more value than Kobe has in like 4 years.
Kevin Knox might still be in the league. Yeah, he is with the Golden State Warriors. He's only 25. He only played 14 games last year, though.
Yeah, he was in the Luka and Trae Young draft. I'm pretty sure.
His best year was his rookie year, wasn't it?
Yes, 13. Yeah, he went 13, 4, and 1. 13 and 4.
The old Michael Carter
37%
Williams.
shooting.
Wow.
The old Michael Carter Williams career path, huh? At peak your first year.
Yeah. I feel like what OKC is going to do here is just backup point guard.
I
feel like it could be Yakushonas.
No, because they got Nikola Topic last year. He just didn't play at all.
That's right. They did take Topic.
I think they go.
Yeah, they might go wing here. They might add a 3-4. A tall wing. A tall wing is what they probably do.
Is Caruso a free agent this year?
No, they signed him to a 3-year extension midway through last season.
Are they losing anybody then?
No.
Maybe
They're not
OKC goes
single-
Asa Newell? Do they
single-
go
I
Asa
think-
Newell here?
J-Dub and Kaysen Wallace all still on their rookie year deals. SGA is extended. Hartenstein's there for the next 2 seasons. Caruso's there for the next 3 seasons. Aaron Wiggins and Isaiah Joe are still there. No one.
I think the question is then if that team could beat 73-9 next year. If they're all coming back, assuming all the young guys take steps again, there's a chance.
I mean, could they win 5 more games than they did this year? I mean, it's definitely possible. I definitely think they can win at least one or two more championships with this core, because they're going to have like 2 years before it gets really expensive.
When we talked about it on Tuesday, I think the best word to describe OKC is dynasty. I'm thinking 4 of the next 7, including this year's. So this year plus 3 more in the next 6.
Their way. If the injury luck breaks their way, I can definitely see it.
I think it will. I definitely have to go OKC is the next dynasty. The next great NBA dynasty. They're too talented and too young, with all the money in the world and all those picks, to not be a dynasty. I think Sam Presti's tenure, like whether or not he was a successful GM for that team, lies on getting more than 1 championship.
Man, the Thunder
He
are
needs
taking
2.
all day.
He needs a minimum of 2.
Well, that's
wins.
interesting because I thought I saw something the Thunder were going to try to trade up for a top 10 pick because they definitely have the ammo.
Oh, they wanted to. I'm sure just people didn't. Like, they probably thought they were either lowballing them or they wanted to maintain, like, competitiveness. Especially Western Conference teams that were in the top 10, they probably looked at OKC and hung up the phone.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Nick Clifford here.
But Newell, bro.
Newell's good, but like, I don't know. I feel like he doesn't have a super clear path to playing time because they're kind of.
No, but they don't need that right now, though.
Not on
That's
this
the
team, he doesn't. McNeely, maybe.
I could see McNeely if they don't go Clifford.
They don't need an instant starter. Clifford's more of a 3 than he is a 4, and they could use more of a 4. They could use more of a 4 here.
Maybe Thomas Sorber if they want to like get Hartenstein's eventual replacement because his 3rd year is a team option. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but doesn't he have 4 with them, or is it just the 3?
I'm sorry.
Doesn't he have 4 years with them, or is it only the 3?
It was a 3-year. That was a 3-year, like $87 million deal.
I guess the only need I could really see with this team is potentially like a backup center. That's about all I can think of because they have a lot of good 4s, but I don't know if they have a legit backup 5. And other than that, it's just like they're so deep at every position.
Well, do you think that Chet can stay healthy, like long term? And if he does, and regardless if he does or doesn't, like, what's the longevity of Chet? Like, is he going to be worth the price tag he's going to demand in a couple of years? That's the question you got to ask if you're OKC going into this.
Yeah, I'm thinking either. I'm going to say
McNeely.
I'm. You know what? You said that about backup center, Chris.
Whoa.
I'm going to say Thomas Sorber.
Shea was so faded on Good Morning America.
That's where he
was
had no
so
sleep.
faded on Good Morning America. And I don't even think it was just the no sleep, dude. I don't even think it was that. They just won the championship, and the next morning they asked him to go on there. Give him at least a day.
If I'm not
Yet?
mistaken, they do that every year.
You get it yet?
Oh, they do. They do. All
Yep.
right, here we go. OKC. Who are they taking?
Bro.
I can tell that David knows.
Sorber.
Real quick. David
Sorber.
was correct. Okay, listen. The reason they got this pick is because Chet was getting bitched by Miles Turner.
That's true.
This is the
Miles
reason
might be the biggest Chet hater I know.
I'm still hating Miles Turner. 2025. Miles Turner 2025. You should not be getting messed up by Miles Turner when you're 7'9". You aren't 7'9".
Hey man, he was able to block somebody who was like 5'11" though. That's pretty cool.
Oh my goodness, he's gonna get replaced by Sorber here in about a few years. Then I gotta pay Chet after that performance. It's disgusting.
Dude, I think this is a good pick for the future, but wow, who said the thing about the cherry pick stats? Only the second first-round pick ever born on Christmas Day. Eric Gordon is the only one. That's a cherry pick.
That's what I mean.
Dude, that's like the when you go to a Milwaukee Brewers game and you see the fun fact that they put on the scoreboard every game. It's like, how do they find this stuff?
Dude, that social team, the Brewers social team is ridiculous.
I was watching some like college basketball game and they put up this stat about this like Nigerian guy who was like has not seen his father since 2004 or something like that.
It's like, bro, like we do not need to be seen.
I need to know that, bro.
I don't care about that. Can he hoop?
Yeah.
Georgetown, though. When's the last time we saw
this Noah Asenge guy? He better be like the next Anthony Davis because we passed up on two centers that I think are going to be really, really good.
Derek Queen.
Who was the last like good to great Georgetown guy we saw get drafted early?
Oh, Grizzlies traded to. Oh wait, we already knew this.
Yeah, that was part of that trade. Yeah, but yeah, who's the last Georgetown guy we've seen go this early? Like a Georgetown prospect that was like a touted draft prospect.
I think Mac McClung was there for a year.
And that kid,
Wait,
no, he ain't going.
He also went to like
Mac
Texas
McClung
Tech or
wasn't
something
early
like that.
though.
He also went to Texas Tech after, I'm pretty sure. So he was a second rounder.
Could you imagine being a rookie and you got to go sit through that ring ceremony knowing you might not get one?
Patrick Ewing and Roy Hibbert are the only two I can think of.
I mean, Greg
Hibbert
Monroe
was
went there, right?
Yeah, that's Greg Monroe though.
Oh, hey, my goat Otto Porter Jr. went there.
Did he play? Where was he this year?
Favorite card.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Man, we're getting old.
Let's see. It's separated by year. Yeah. Dude, the last time? Oh, this is like a long time ago, though, I think. Yeah, this is a long time ago. Never mind. That's not updated.
Only two I can think of are Ewing and Roy Hibbert, and then Otto Porter Jr.
Oh, no. It is that old. Yeah, the last time we've seen a player drafted from Georgetown was Otto Porter in 2013. That's insane. They used to be like really, really like scary in college basketball. It goes all the way back to Patrick Ewing, Reggie Williams, Dikembe Mutombo, Alonzo Mourning, Allen Iverson. I mean, this is Jeff Green, 2007. Roy Hibbert. Wow. 2013 was the last time we saw a guy drafted out of Georgetown.
Okay, Nas, I can buy McNeely here. For sure. Because this is Portland's pick now.
I hope so. McNeely's, bro, whoever gets him gets a steal. I don't know what they're doing.
Jazz get Jace Richardson. Oh my gosh.
What other pick do they have?
I think it's like number 20 something.
24, I'm pretty sure.
That's
24.
about where he's projected to go. The thing with Richardson is that he's just so small. Like he's like barely 6 feet tall.
Yeah, but that man can ball though.
Oh, I know. He bitched us twice, but
Go Green.
Join the club.
Go Green.
But like, dude, I'm not sure if it's going to translate to the NBA.
Cooper
The thing about
Flag.
McNeely though is that like
Cooper
I feel
Flag.
like
Soon as
laid
go
down,
Cooper, hey, here go Cooper Flag. As soon as I heard my name, it was a blur. Bro, come on. Bro, come on. They already have your number. It ain't no blur. Stop lying to the cameras.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I heard it, it was just a blur. Bro, stop. Bro, you knew you was going to the Mavericks when they won the lottery.
I know you guys probably discussed this, but I wasn't able to be on, obviously. Khan at 4? Really?
Stop it. Don't do this for me right now, bro. Stop. You don't want to do this.
I like Khan.
No, you don't want to do this right now, Chris. You don't want to do this.
Thank you.
Stop it.
Thank you.
Stop. You don't want to do that.
I was more shocked than anything. I thought he was going to be
Cut it out,
anywhere from like 6 to 10.
Chris, he's a top 5 pick, bro. You know why? Because
Damn! Oh my God, the blade. Damn!
Yo, there's a clip of Colin Murray Boyles after getting drafted by the Raptors. While he's like dressing up his suit, like buttoned it up, he looks down, shakes his head, and just mutters F. When he got drafted by Toronto. Like, come on, dude.
Bro, he going out the country. Now you got to get a passport, new citizenship and stuff.
And taxes, dude. Taxes in Canada are ridiculous. You think it's bad in like New York, California? Try Ontario, dude.
Bro, going to
That's
Toronto
some true
for real.
socialism there, bro. Politics aside, whatever he's making, Canada's government is making.
Shout out to the 2 people that's been watching us for all this time. Some
We
real
need
ones.
more than 2. Can we get to 3?
We got to 4 or 5 at one point.
We were at 3 when I checked earlier.
I put it on all socials. I pushed it.
But I don't know, dude. I don't know. McNeely he exposed some kind of like limitations of his offensive game, like during Big East, like during the stretch of Big East play, and then he wasn't that good in the tournament. I do like,
Dude, Shams has got to stop spoiling picks.
what?
Who spoiled picks?
Shams.
I haven't seen it yet. I got
I'll send McNeely here.
You weren't here, Chris, but you got to put yours on D&D, bro. That's what we did.
Yeah, I did that during the NFL draft. I just muted both Schefter and Rapp. But Bleacher Report pushed through a few times that day.
What the fuck? Oh, actually,
Hold on. Mute it. I haven't seen nothing yet. I'm clicking off. New tab on Google. I'm not even looking at your reactions. The Blazers on the clock here at 16. Technically the Memphis Grizzlies pick. Who do we got? I'm still behind. Picking right now. Boop, boop. Young Hudson.
what the?
No.
I ain't gonna lie,
What do we know?
he fresh as hell though. Come on, let's be real.
Dude,
He
he's
is
in the
pretty
crowd.
though.
What do we know about this guy?
He had a great this guy.
Another
He had a great
center?
combine. He had a great combine.
All-star
He
last
had a
year in the
great combine.
CBA. Defensive Player of the Year a couple years ago, and Rookie of the Year a couple years ago.
I mean, his stats are really good.
Traditional big.
This guy was said after Cedric Coward. This guy was said to be the second biggest winner in the entire combine.
He modeled his game after Jokic when he was a kid.
They just pulled this bro from the crowd. They said, "Hey, yo,
You know how to hoop?
hey, bro, we got
You play basketball?
They took bro out
You're
the crowd,
7'9", bro.
This is the
7'9",
WNBA
bro.
all
Come on
over
down.
again, bro. Hey, yo,
You're 9'8", bro. Come on down. Join the team.
Who's taller, him or Akumpo?
bro, 7'1".
Zach
bro.
Edey is both of them.
7'1".
I like this guy.
Wait. They have.
You telling me they gonna have him and Donovan Clingan?
Oh, okay. Now, they just showed a pic of him like trying to lob the ball in from like
Him and
6
Yugi.
feet. Like, bro.
Him and Yugi. I like this guy a lot.
Bro can pass, bro. I ain't gonna
He
lie.
can pass for real.
Ooh, Yi Jinlan appearance. Let's go. Yi Jinlan.
Wow.
They took this dude
They
out the
did
crowd.
say
They
this
said,
guy-
hey, yo,
Yo, you're 19'11". Come play for us, man. Come on
I like
down.
this guy. Hell, hold on. In Portland, he can be nice.
Yeah.
you telling
I don't
me
know about
him
you,
and
Dylan.
Donovan
You can
Clingan
be all
you
right.
ain't getting in the
I don't know
paint?
about you.
Dude, it's a speed issue.
Pain is
I don't know
off
about you.
limits.
This is a defense move. We were talking about this with Phoenix when they took Malawak. This is a defense-oriented move. The league is slowly starting to teeter-totter back towards having defense-oriented bigs run the 5 for them. Right?
You telling me
We
him and
had an
Donovan
era
Clingan?
for about 10 years, roughly, from like the mid-2010s to now, where everybody on the floor had to be able to shoot threes. And we're starting to see that slowly go away, yeah, the guys are gonna still get like a 3-point shot at some point. Like we're gonna see Jan Hansen probably hit a 3 or 2 in his career, but we're moving back to an era where the bigs are the bigs and the shooters shoot. The bigs get the rebounds, find the open guy. The most versatile teams with like the most versatile fives are still going to be your winners, but teams more and more are starting to see that they need that defense down low. They need that enforcer in the paint to keep guys out. And if teams start having bad shooting nights and you got an enforcer down low, you're out of options. This is a good play.
The big difference, though, is that, like, back then, like, before, like, you know, with, like, the Derek Favors and the Jahlil Okafors, none of those guys were quick. None of those guys were fast. This day and age, I agree with you that it's getting more defensive-oriented, but they are all switchable as well. Like, this Hansen guy, he can pass. Like, they have other, like, secondary skills outside of just being, you know, defensive enforcers. Like, Danny Wolf is a great example. He is, like, a point forward. Oh my God! Holy shit! They're already on the Timberwolves pick.
Hey, can I just say
Are
the
they picking?
Grizzlies now have the Great Wall of China?
The language,
he's
bro.
Portland.
Language.
He's Portland.
He went to Portland.
Oh my goodness, I keep forgetting.
He's Portland. Yeah.
I thought the same thing
Well,
at
Portland
first.
also has the Great Wall of China now too, with Donovan Clingan.
Wait, have
DeAndre
you guys
Ayton?
gotten the Portland pick yet? Or the,
No,
the,
we have.
the,
We have not
I
seen
just
Minnesota's
got
pick yet.
the
You are
T-Wolves
so
pick.
ahead, dude. You are so ahead, David.
I mean, I don't know about. I think it's.
Based on that reaction, though.
I mean, they
Hold
did it
on.
because of Rudy Gobert. I get it.
Hold on.
All right.
Hold on.
How do you not pick me? How do you not pick McNeely there, bro? Or like, how do you?
Amen. You want Liam McNeely? We got Jaden McDaniels, bro.
Where's Danny Wolf, bro? Why is he not being picked yet?
It's a lot of centers being taken. I'm not going to
Yeah, I'm not mad about not Danny Wolf going yet. If he falls past like 20 to 22, I'll be mad. But
This has to be a draft and stash, dude. You cannot play this guy right away.
I mean,
You cannot play this guy right away.
That's kind of how the Timberwolves have been drafting, though. I mean, Dillingham was a stash, TSJ was a stash.
They're trying to put together
This
two
has to be
teams,
stacked.
so it ain't all just Anthony Edwards.
Yeah. But no, like I was saying before that pick, like, yeah, a lot of these defensive-minded centers are like more mobile. Like Malawak is like, you know, he's got underrated lateral quickness for his size. Same thing with like Sorber and Queen. Like all these guys, they are good defenders, but they're not like absolute bricks like Okafor, Derek Favors, DeMarcus Cousins, guys like that defensively, where they're just kind of like, you know, they got like cinder blocks on their feet.
Here's the tidbit on him. Childhood passion was soccer. Tried a new sport because he outgrew his soccer cleats. What is this? That is crazy. Bro just goes, you know
And
what?
now he's in the NBA.
I don't want to get new soccer cleats. And now he's a professional basketball player.
He be
You
people
wanna
here
hear
training their
something,
whole lives.
Oh my
Wait,
God.
funny?
This is gold. This is
Samuel, here's
gold.
something funny.
Yes.
So this guy that Michigan just got the transfer, Yaxel Lendeborg, like the really highly rated transfer.
That doesn't
He's-
sound like that's not a real person. There's no way.
Yeah, Yaxel, Yaxel Lendeborg. Yes. He is probably gonna be a first round pick next year, but he said that he didn't even start playing basketball until he was a junior in high school, and that he played video games 12 hours a day and was ranked in the top 200 Fortnite players on Xbox.
Who?
He played it like he played it like a JUCO for 2 years, then played 2 years at UAB. Next year, he's going to be a first-round pick, and they're going to have up there, did not play basketball until was a junior in high school, played video. He said he, like, barely even ever went outside, and his mom, like, forced him to go to like, junior college.
He's a big for Michigan.
Basketball. He's going to be like a first-round pick next year, but he said in an interview if his mom didn't force him to go to this JUCO, he would have never played basketball.
That's insane.
Hey,
I know.
God bless.
Where is he from?
I mean,
I'm not sure where he's from, but I know
mean,
that he's not from here.
if you remember Lorenzo Kane, the old Brewers and Royals outfielder, he didn't start playing baseball until he was a sophomore in high school.
And
In like 2000, I think it was like 2004 is the first time he picked up a baseball. He was with the Brewers 6 years later.
okay, he's a Dominican, Chris. I just checked. And he didn't even start playing basketball until he was like 17. And next year he's gonna be in the NBA.
That's insane. It's actually crazy.
Oh my
Wizards are still in the
MLS
black.
dreams are over. I guess I'll just go to the NBA.
Yeah, that's insane. Let's see.
I have no opinion.
Wizards got to go guard.
Never even heard of them.
Wizards still have Sarr. Who else are their bigs now? They have McCollum, Middleton, Sarr, AJ Johnson. Who's that their 4?
Bilal Koulibaly.
Is it Corey Kispert is still there too, right?
Yeah, but they have Wembanyama's teammate, if you remember, Sam, from 2 years ago, Koulibaly.
Yeah, Koulibaly.
He
Yeah,
started
well-
to take steps last year too, didn't he?
Good. He's really good. Yeah, a lot of
Yeah,
people just
Koulibaly.
like his teammate, but he's good.
They have AJ Johnson, Jordan Poole's a Wizard, or not a Wizard.
Oh,
He's a
yeah.
Pelican now. Koulibaly, Johnson, Keyshawn
Keyshawn
George,
Yeah, he's good.
Alex Sarr, Rashawn Holmes, Chris Middleton, and Marcus Smart still, right? Or is Smart Pelican now too?
I think I didn't even know Rashawn
Yeah.
Holmes was in the
Still-
league. Though.
Oh, he's getting paid big bucks. They're not going to move him for anything. And they just need warm bodies. They need warm bodies with 2 legs that can hold a basketball. Like that. That's what the Wizards need right now.
I don't know if any of you at Whitewater knew Michael Happel as a friend I had
No.
at Whitewater, but he was a huge Kings fan, and he has a Rashawn Holmes jersey.
Jeez,
I think is
That
pretty
might be almost a one
that's
of one.
commitment. That's commitment.
That's like I was at the
Respect.
Brewers game today and I saw a Casey McGee t-shirt.
Chris, I saw that too. Where were you sitting?
234.
I was in 235. What the
Oh,
heck,
what?
dude? I was in 235.
I was
How
one
did we not
section.
see each other?
I don't know. Well, we
I
didn't
was,
get in.
dude.
until-
I was sitting right by. Did you hear the dude in 235 that was like he had the trucker hat, mullet out the back, Dahmer glasses, the button down? That dude, did you see that guy at all? I
No,
was
I
sitting
didn't.
right next
We were
to
on
him, bro.
we were on the other side of 234, like the entire other side.
Okay, yeah. And I was on the complete opposite of 235. But yeah, dude, that's insane.
Dude,
That game was
freaking
nuts.
Miz just oh man.
Electric Factory.
Dude,
He's
you know what's
so good. Holy
What was funny is there were so many school groups at that game because they didn't think we would sell any tickets for it. And then all of a sudden we sell
copious amount of school
42,000. Yes.
Yeah, we sold out and then some. We had, I think it was like a 1,500 to 2,000 standing room only seats for
Yep.
today. Just GA seats. Like you stand wherever you want, but you don't have a seat. You don't have an assigned seat. That was nuts. We someone for some reason reserved the seat at the edge of our row in the bleachers and didn't show up. So we got 3 seats for the price of 2, and I used the student discount. I had 3 seats for $30.
Dude, yeah, that's what we did too. We used the student discount. My brother got them actually, and
It's so clutch.
I know.
$15 to go watch the 2 best pitchers in baseball currently square off. Crazy,
dude, it's like because they had the student deal on there just because like, they didn't expect,
Oh, we got a
two of
trade.
the top prospects to be able
We
to
have
or
a
be
trade.
facing each other right away. But yeah, go over the trade.
What is the trade? Does anyone know?
The Jazz just went up to 18.
Okay,
Nice.
Jalen probably got the scoop on this before it even happened. He probably knew. There's Coop. Coop's on ABC. What was the trade details? Do you know?
I just heard Matt Shimani just say it was for the Jazz. I ain't really hear it all.
There's no details yet.
It's just that we moved up to 18.
Let's see if Shams knows something. Let's see. Does Shams know anything about this?
Jace Richardson? They said they were looking for a shooter.
Dude, somehow my Shams notifications push through Do Not Disturb.
Dude got the ultra push button. That's crazy.
I guess I do.
No, Shams has the ultra. He probably got this crazy.
Oh,
push.
here we go. Here we go.
Everybody.
Okay, so I think I saw the pick. Wait, hold on.
I've seen it already too now.
I already saw it.
Was that Chris? Was that the pick?
If
yeah,
you're talking,
that is. Yeah, it's a shooter.
Not yet.
It
They
is.
didn't announce it on ESPN yet.
They haven't announced the pick yet on ABC either, but I saw the pick.
yeah.
I've liked this guy I talked him up so big during March Madness. I've liked this guy since he was with Rick Pitino. This dude's a bucket. You're gonna like him.
He's clutch.
He's very clutch.
I don't know who it is. I'm trying to think of who you're talking about.
Clayton.
Oh, is it no, you're sheer Fleming.
Who'd you say, Jalen?
Clayton.
You said Clayton? David, who you got?
Well, I mean, you said Rick Pitino. It's got to be Walter Clayton.
Yeah,
Yep.
I did kind of leak
Yep.
that. Yeah, that's a good pick. Walter, if there's one pick we spoiled tonight, it's that one, and that's a good pickup for the Jazz. Walter Clayton Jr.
Walter Clayton's
has
like
been
the
nothing
ultimate
but the
example of like you shouldn't let age deter you from drafting someone because he's a little older, but he's probably the most. I'm gonna make a hot take right now, maybe. I think he's the most pro-ready guard in the draft outside of Dylan Harper. Like pro-ready, skills will translate without any growing pains. There's not a guard in this draft I think will have an easier time transitioning outside of Dylan Harper.
I mean, I can see it
Walter
too, just
Clayton
with how clutch he was throughout the tournament.
Yeah.
I mean,
Jalen,
dude's
Jalen
got
had
ice
feel.
water in there.
This is a great pick by the Jazz.
Jalen
This
had-
is
had
probably, other than Cooper Flag, Dylan Harper, and like Kama Malawak, this is probably one of my other A picks in
do you
this draft.
What about Fears?
Here's when where he
Here's
was.
what
probably-
I mean, this just New Orleans doesn't really have a vision. I think I think the Igor Demon pick is low-key almost as good, if not better, than the Fears pick. New Orleans doesn't have they don't have a direction right now. They don't have destination. Fears, there's bust potential with Fears, dude.
I mean, no offense, Sam, but you think the Jazz? I mean, you think they have a better destination? I mean, they're young, but like they kind of.
I think so. Well, they're getting a lot of salary off the books after this season.
I think the Jazz
There's
are
probably
trying.
gonna be some other trades made. I think the Jazz, dude. The Jazz are a play-in team next year. The Jazz are in the play-in next year.
I wouldn't go that far.
New
but-
Orleans is going to be basement of the league again. New Orleans is going to be basement of the league again.
But who else in the West is going to be worse than them?
Portland.
Dude, Portland won 36 games this year.
No, Portland is going to be better than Utah next year.
Yeah, but
for
we
sure.
also were losing games on purpose too.
Portland is going to be
Even
better
when
than
you were
Utah.
trying, you weren't winning. Though. That's the thing.
We literally
I think
weren't
the Jazz
trying
are
to win games.
the Jazz are a play-in team
When you
next
were
year.
trying.
Okay, but
The
I
Kings don't
think they're
have
gonna be better than
direction right now. The Kings don't have direction right now. The Suns don't have direction. The
But the thing
Pels
is that
definitely
the
don't
Kings
have direction.
teams are good enough to make the play-in, though.
That-
And
Maybe.
the Blazers,
I would
like,
say the
dude,
Suns are still good enough for sure.
the Blazers, dude. I think the Blazers could probably push for a top 8 seed. I don't think that's crazy at all, or at least
I think that's their ceiling. Yeah, that's not a crazy call. But I don't think saying the Jazz are going to be a play-in team is crazy either. And they could be a play-in team as the 10. Let's face it. All they need to do is be better than 5 Western Conference teams. I
But
think
the
they
Wi-
have the potential to do that.
I would say the Spurs
the
are
right
pretty much
offseason moves with this
I'm
draft.
just like you're like who are the 5 teams you would have
yeah.
the Jazz under then?
And, like I said, it's not concrete. It's definitely a possibility, though. Pels, Trailblazers, Suns, Kings for sure, and then it's a toss up between San Antonio, Dallas, Golden State, Memphis. Like that, Everyone else, the top 6 in that conference this year are staying in the top 6. Minnesota through OKC is staying there.
Jazz being better than like the Warriors and like the Spurs.
There's a world where that could be. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying that's a realistic possibility. I think they're probably going to be a top 5 pick team again next year, but they're not going to be slouches. They're not going to be a 21-win team.
I can understand the Blazers, but like
they improved by 10 wins this year. They improved by at least 10 wins this year.
How many did they win last year? Like 17?
21. Yeah. 21. Or no. It was 17. I'm looking at the Pelicans at 21. 17 wins last year for the Jazz. They improved by at least 10. Probably more.
You got to think about too. The teams that are.
I think we still got 21 too.
Yeah, you do. Well, do you?
No, they just
we don't know the details of the trade yet. So
it was 21 in multiple seconds for 18. That's what that's what ABC just told me.
I just can't buy into a team like the Jazz who doesn't have any in my opinion, not a single player on the Jazz, like one of their young players, has established themselves as like a true franchise cornerstone yet. They have a lot of exciting young players that I think have the potential, but like you look at the Spurs, they already have their young core that like Castle is only going to improve, Wemby, like Vassell. They have a lot of really good young players, and then they have the veterans to like back it up, like the Aaron Fox.
That's what this year is for, though. That's what this year's for, is for a couple of those young guys to step up. That's what I'm getting at.
Who are those veterans, though? Like, they don't have a De'Aaron Fox. They don't have, they don't have any of those guys. And then, like, with the Blazers, they
still have Laurie, Colin Sexton, Walker Kessler.
I wouldn't say Laurie is necessarily someone to be.
But Laurie's going to get you 25 a game. I mean, that
20.
No. He's going to get you that.
Laurie was pretty down last year, and he was hurt a lot, too.
I don't know.
Perfect for a bounce back. He averaged 25 just 2 seasons ago, 23 the year before that.
I can see him getting 25, but I just who is Utah putting on the other team's best guard? Who do they have to put on?
That is fair.
I don't know. I can't buy into that yet.
They're not the greatest defensively. That is fair. However, this is the year for them to step up, to start turning things. They've been in a rebuild. Ever since they traded Donovan Mitchell, they've been in a rebuild. This is the year that they're going to step things up. This is year 4 of a rebuild. This is the year that things turn around for a franchise in a deep rebuild like this. Year 4. Yeah, hold on. Pick is in. Okay, don't leak it. Don't leak it. But yeah, Walter Clayton is a great pickup for them.
What is the
Bailey too? I mean, that's a good pickup.
What's their cap situation for free agency?
It's a solid pick. You got no opinion. It's a solid pick.
The Jazz. Let me look them. Jazz contract table. Here we go. Most of your
decent pick. I don't mind that. That's pretty good.
Well, this year, everybody. This year, they have Lauri Markkanen, Svi Mykhailiuk, Kyle Filipowski, Juzang, Bailey, and Clayton as the only 6 guys they'll have on the roster next year. Priority.
What up with all the France players? My God.
Yeah,
dude, they're a factory right there.
I didn't do any research on the international guys.
Yakushonis is just continuing to fall.
I'm telling you, man. I don't think Yakushonis is going to be that good. I was not by him at all.
This number 19 was the Bucks pick. This was Milwaukee's pick.
Yeah, there's not much about Yakushonis outside of his athleticism that impresses me.
Yeah. Traore was seen as a lottery pick, according to CBS. This is a new backcourt. Him and Igor Demon. This is a new backcourt.
Duke, Arizona, Alabama. He's Gonzaga. He had the offers.
So, Chris, getting back to your question, next year, the Jazz will only have 6 guys under contract. They have options. They have player options on Taylor Hendricks, Cody or team options, not player options. Taylor Hendricks, Cody Williams, Deontay George, Bryce Sensabaugh, Isaiah Collier, and Jaden Springer. Unrestricted free agents are John Collins, Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarkson, Kenyon Martin Jr. And restricted free agents are Elijah Harkless and Walker Kessler. So Kessler's extension eligible right now.
I think
they inked him. I think
so too. I think he'd be a good extension for them for sure because he's just
though, which is weird.
I think they should just shed Laurie if they can.
They should have traded Laurie last year and gotten a haul for him, but then they signed him to that big extension.
Yeah, so just in unrestricted free agents, next offseason, they will have $66 million freed up. You add up all these options, you add up all the options, which would be 27 mil if they declined all of them, which they're not. But that's almost $100 million in room that they have. And then some, because they're below the second apron right now, as far as I'm aware. They won't even be just barely into the first apron.
I can buy into them a year or two, but I like the Spurs are ready this year.
Yeah, like I said, it's a world in which it could happen. It's a world in which this is the year to make a statement if you're the Utah Jazz, and I think they could. I think they most certainly can. Young team, they're going to be fairly
test the Blazers for sure, but I think the Spurs have a very good chance to be a top 6 seed.
Yeah,
I think that's very real possibility.
I think the Warriors are going to try and make another move. I don't know who it's going to be or where they're going to come from, but someone's going to join the Warriors this offseason, I bet, because they're not going to let Steph ride out on a mediocre team.
Well, I mean, they could have made the Western Conference Finals if he hadn't gotten hurt.
They would have. Correction.
It's one of the big what ifs of the draft or the playoffs, man. I was heartbroken. I was gonna ask who's on that jersey. That's cool. Yeah, that's pretty good. But come on, man.
Get the fuck out of here.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah,
All in the family, baby.
Ace Bailey and Traore. Ace Bailey and Clayton. Hey, that's gonna be something to watch in Utah.
That might be my favorite draft so far. I'm not gonna lie.
That's gonna be something to watch in Utah, bro.
Damn, that's because Walter Clayton felt like such a Heat guy. I knew the Heat wanted to trade up for him.
I thought he was gonna go to the Heat too. Yeah.
Miami's not been aggressive at all, like the last few off seasons, and it's kind of showed with how their rosters gradually declined the last few years. It felt like they had a chance to strike, and they just never did.
Yeah, I saw something. I put it in the group chat, but apparently they made not only Kel'el Ware. I can understand making Kel'el Ware untouchable. I think he's going to be very good, but they also made Jaime Jaquez, Nikola Jovic, and Haywood Highsmith all untouchable in KD talks.
That's stupid. That's beyond stupid.
None of those guys even played major minutes this year, really, for them. Like they're
Kevin Durant. Like, come on.
The East is so wide open this year. If you just pull the trigger on that trade, he gets to live in Miami, which is basically a dream for a basketball player because of how nice the climate is and everything. And then the East is so wide open, they could have made a push still. They got spoiled at the helm. Why wouldn't they?
More benefit of the doubt. Maybe, Jaquez had a great rookie year, and then he regressed a little bit. Maybe you want to hold on to him, too. A package of
South Beach.
Maybe a package of Jovic, Highsmith, a couple picks, and, maybe something else. That probably would have been enough to do it. And Highsmith is, 29. It's so dumb, and Jovic hasn't showed anything, man. I've been waiting for Jovic to arrive for 3 years now.
I mean, it feels like they're too ingrained in trying to bring up undrafted guys to become legit talents, and they're not really willing to make any major moves.
Yeah, no, I agree. They have all these homegrown guys, and I can respect a team that wants to build their foundation off of homegrown talent, but they take it to a point that's unrealistic, in my opinion.
Remember Johnny Broom?
Honestly, I'm trying to think of who they would take here. I feel like Yakachonis would be a good pick here if Clayton's not there. I'd say either Yakachonis or Jace Richardson, but I think Yakachonis would be my number one.
I like Clifford for them.
Need Clifford. That's actually a great pick, but I haven't seen it yet. But I would assume
I just saw it. Yep.
Oh, it was?
Yep. They took him.
How about that? Look at me. Yeah, I had to turn my TV was bugging out, so I had to turn it on and off. That's a good place for him to go.
Casper,
For him to go.
Looks like Pat Riley's pretty fired up about it.
Yeah, I can't wait for this dude to have like a good rookie year and then like 2 mediocre years and then be named untouchable for like the next big star that becomes available in like 2028.
Dude, pretty much every big star for the last 5 years has had Miami rumors and just not a single one. KD, Kyrie, Dame.
Crazy to think that
Donovan Mitchell too. Yeah, they're a finalist for every guy, but they never actually get him. I don't know though, dude. Like, I want to like his game so much, but like, his 3-point shot was extremely inconsistent down the road of Big Ten play. He's a good passer. He's a good playmaker.
Bro, but live in Miami, I'd be chilling.
Like,
man, I'd be going crazy. I'm going to Miami.
He's really bad.
I'd be chilling. I'm going to Miami.
Really impresses me.
I mean, Illinois is just they weren't necessarily a great shooting team despite all the threes that they took, and that's part of the reason why they weren't.
Yeah,
an insane amount of threes.
And like, it's only one game, but like the biggest game of his career, he was horrible against Kentucky in the tournament. He was getting locked down by Kobe Bryant and Ortega Oweh basically the whole night. I'm pretty sure he had like 10 points on like under like 35% from the field and like 6 turnovers. I don't know, dude. Illinois' team next year is going to be basically just this guy. Every single starter they have projected is like either from like Serbia or like Lithuania. And their projected starting lineup, every one of their last names ends in Ivic.
Dude, the NCAA is starting to make the move to recruiting foreign talent more so than local talent.
Illinois, basically, my dad said they should call themselves the Illinois Fighting Ilinoviches next year because they have all like they got Andrei Stojakovic from Pitt. They are bringing Tomislav Ivicevic back from last year, and then they got his brother from Arkansas, who was a Coach Cal guy, Zvonimir Ivicevic. And then they got like 2 more foreign recruits whose names I can't remember, but is something Ivic as well. And it's going to be really funny when they roll out the all-Lithuanian starting lineup next year.
All right, Jazz here at 21. Or no, technically it's the Wizards, not the Jazz.
The Wizards there.
Yeah.
Yep. Who are the Wizards going? I think they go wing. I think they go a 4, like a tall 3, an undersized 4, like a Neat Clifford.
I've been saying it a lot, but maybe Neat Clifford goes here.
Yeah.
I think they should just go for whoever's best available in their eyes.
A little more of a ball first wing, which might interfere with Chris Middleton a little bit, but I mean, you're the Washington Wizards. You need, like I said earlier,
for the 35 games that Chris Middleton is out there.
Yeah, like I said earlier, you're the Washington Wizards. You need a warm body with 2 legs that can hold a basketball. That is your vision right now. That's who you want to draft. Who is the best available of those guys? I think it's Neat Clifford.
I agree.
I think you go with him right here.
With as many like young, raw, like young rookies, guys that like need to go out there, make some mistakes, make that play their own game a little bit and like really develop. A guy like Neat Clifford who doesn't really have to do that since he's already 23. I think this is the guy they take because he's already had a lot of development in college. I think he's one of the most pro-ready prospects in the draft.
Yeah,
I think Gavin.
I know. Yeah, I know they don't care about fit. It's like I just said, warm body with 2 legs and can hold a basketball.
Johnny Davis a couple years ago, was that the Wizards?
Why is his draft pick
yes,
so
it was.
That was a horrible bust, dude. He was so good at Wisconsin.
Dude,
know
the thing about
whatever
Davis
happened
was
to
he didn't
him.
have a shot. He never developed a 3-point shot, and it was his downfall because of it.
He was athletic as hell, but he just yeah.
Oh yeah, he was a great athletic guard at Wisconsin.
He was
Nothing
he was
more.
inefficient from anywhere but inside with the Badgers even
I was
too.
actually
Like,
surprised. I remember watching that draft. I was kind of surprised he did end up going in the lottery. I thought he was going to be like either late lottery or first couple picks out of the lottery. I think if he goes anywhere other than the Wizards, he might have ended up being a serviceable like bench guard.
well, they tinkered with his shot form like right when he got there and just completely messed it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's all it takes to just ruin a young budding NBA player's career. It could be something as simple as let's just move your hand to here when you do this, and then it turns into the Mikal Bridges jump shot.
That dude still hasn't missed a single game in his NBA career. I think it was so funny. Game 82 this year, he checked in for like 10 seconds and then checked out just so we could say that he was active and played in that game.
Yeah, can't go wrong with that. That counts as a game.
It does. Yeah, I'm feeling Nick Clifford here.
Dude, I swear the Wizards drafted Johnny Davis because they watched that Taco Bell commercial with him
I was
in
gonna
it.
say he had that stupid commercial, which really felt weird because like not a lot of other prospects had like a commercial, and he wasn't like one of like the tier 1 guys, and yet he just had a Taco Bell commercial for some reason.
I mean, he was a AP All-American that year though, so it's like he did have a name for himself. It just wasn't necessarily to that level.
Is anyone on a break yet?
Like, I don't know if it was a top 10 name.
Is anyone on a break yet? Or is it
You mean like
commercials?
I'm still on a fireworks commercial right now.
Is it Phantom Fireworks?
Yes, it is.
Yep. Yes, it is. You better believe it's Phantom Fireworks.
Why do I see the
I just got back
with Cooper Flag right now? Do I need to be watching this right now, bro?
You got a bingo. Oh, there's the Phantom Fireworks commercial. Brighter, louder, safer.
Dude, they got the Rizzler and Cooper Flag together. Are you serious?
That's what I'm saying. Like, do we really need to be looking at this? Come on now.
Hey man, don't doubt it. Don't question the GOAT.
Wow, the Wizards got kind of a haul for the Jazz. The Jazz gave up a first-round pick, a second-round pick, and then 2 more seconds. But yeah,
like, bro, he's still so goofy, bro. Just a little fat kid, bro. That's all he is. That's all he is. But he's awesome at it. He's awesome at it.
Whoa.
He might TYB you, Chris. You better be careful.
Oh, wow.
Oh boy.
Hold on. I'm behind.
Interesting.
That's a little steep for Walter Clayton, though, don't you?
Bro,
think?
why has McNeely still not been picked?
So we know it's not.
Where's
McNeely.
Danny Wolf? Am I tripping?
We know it's not Danny Wolf.
If it's Wolf and if Wolf isn't in the next couple, I'll be pissed. But this is right. And again, I tried to remain unbiased. This is right around where I thought Wolf was going to get picked. So
yeah, he should be picked around like 20 to 24 at least.
32% from 3.
Fact, this guy is the highest rated recruit in Illinois basketball history.
Huh. 13, 4, and 2.
He grew
He only
from
shot
32%
32% from 3.
To be
That's not
fair,
good.
before you clamp his stats, he didn't start for like the first. He started for like the first 10 games, and then he got benched for like the next 15 to 20, and then he ended in the starting.
6 man of the year.
Bro,
6 man of the year.
6'6" in 1 year. That had to hurt.
He was averaging 16 ever since the end of January.
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
his knees.
You know what this reminds me of is the Dante DiVincenzo Bucks pick. Like a bench guy who scores when he's in play. When he is in, he's scoring. He's one of your top 2 options. And he's going to have a breakout game or 2 here and there. That's what this reminds me of, is just a tall Dante.
I would kind of disagree. I mean, with the bench part, I agree, but he averaged like he was doing really good at the start of the season. Their first couple games, he had like 2, 3, maybe even 4 like 20-point games, but I honestly don't know why he got benched. But then he got benched. Underwood like kind of messed with him and put him on the bench for like almost all of the rest of 2024. But by the time the tournament started, but in like Big Ten play, he was starting again. So it was really odd for him.
Dude, his knees must have been on life support, growing 9 inches in 1 year.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I still have nightmares about Dante DiVincenzo at Villanova, man. Hate that guy.
Yeah, no, you're not a very big DiVincenzo fan.
No, not after he dropped 31 on us in the national championship.
Oh, I forget. You like UNC. That's right.
No, I like Michigan.
Never mind. I forgot they played Michigan that year.
No, yeah.
Was that was the Jordan Poole year, right?
He was a freshman, but that was when we had like Mo Wagner and
okay.
Yeah, I remember that championship.
Did you guys make it back-to-back years then?
No, we lost in the Elite Eight the year before.
Okay.
2017 was the year that UNC got revenge and beat Gonzaga, but then 2016 was
Chris Jenkins.
Yeah, that was 2016. But then Villanova made it back and beat us, and it was funny because when that team was playing, I was like, dude, they had
that was that was the Brunson Hart. Yeah,
Hart was gone. It was like Brunson and Omari Spellman, Mikal Bridges, Eric Pascal, and then in comes in this white ginger off the bench.
Man.
In comes this white ginger off the bench, and he drops 31 on us. I'm like, this isn't even like a top 5 guy I was worried about on this team.
Gavin in the comments knows a lot about being a white ginger, don't you, Gavin? If he responds here again, I'm not sure. That's buddy of mine. He's working third shift. Hopefully the ball knower responds. He knows a lot about being a white ginger. I like this Will Riley pick. There's nothing I dislike about it. It's the Wizards. The Wizards need a guy who can hold the basketball and dribble it. Like that's basically what they got.
He's pretty comparable to McNeely in my opinion. I mean, they're both young, athletic wings who are good shooters but have shooting struggles.
Hey,
you know what Stephen A said? He said he's the second coming. Jeremiah Fears is the second coming of Kyrie Irving. Come on, bro. We know this.
Can we stop the bull, bro?
Not moved.
He's the best. He's the best guard in the draft. He's not even close.
Not moved,
bro. Stephen A.
Okay, maybe you think he's the best guard in the draft, but not even close.
Okay, so this is
close, but I'm over exaggerating. He's the best guard in the draft.
Oh yeah, I know.
I don't know, man. The Nets
he plays exactly like Kyrie. I don't know what's the hate about that. He literally has the same movements, the same shot.
How tall is he? How tall is he?
He's like 6'2", 6'3", same height.
All right.
This Nets pick here is now part 3 of the Brooklyn Nets 5-pick boogaloo tonight. I think they just go best player on the board.
The pick
David, he's 6'4", 6'4", even better.
I think they just go best player on the board. This is probably Nick Clifford. This has to be. I don't see Clifford unless I think they can get Clifford at 26.
Wait, Brooklyn
which they very well could.
What's going on?
I'm telling you, man, players knocked down like a lot higher than they should just because their age.
Bro, OKC has 2 first rounders.
Yeah, they
do. Dude, they have a crap ton of picks.
And they already Sorber was a great pick.
This one is one of the Paul George picks. Pick 24.
Yeah.
The fact that they're still getting PG assets in the year of our Lord 2025.
Pick 15 was technically a Heat pick. Pick 15 was technically the Heat pick, but it was from the Clippers in the Paul George trade.
I feel like they don't really need a wing, though, so I don't know if this would be like McNeely or Clifford.
It's just best player on the board. That's what it comes down to. You don't really think too much. When you've addressed your main holes and you just have another pick, and they have 2 more in this first round too, which is insane.
Wait,
best player on the board. The
wait, the
Nets.
Hawks do?
The
The Hawks have
Nets.
2 more first. Oh, well, no. This is
This is
Oh.
Brooklyn's pick.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Pick us in. Okay, pick us in.
Okay.
This should be Clifford because I think the Thunder. I don't think Clifford falls past 24 to the Thunder. The Pelicans are going to go guard. I think they go Jace Richardson.
You think they pair?
Even though they have
after
Jeremiah
years?
Fear. I think so.
All right, I'm going to
I
say
think
Nick.
so.
I feel like
A
I've been
new
saying it a lot,
backcourt.
but-
A new back, dude. Jordan. I don't even know Jordan Poole's going to be in New Orleans tomorrow. So, if I'm New Orleans, I'm planning for the future here. They don't have a
You
vision
guys
right
are
now.
never going to get
I
this
think
one.
they have to
You guys are
establish
never
that
gonna get this
tonight.
one.
I feel like they have to establish that vision tonight
Wow.
with this next pick.
Yeah, you guys are not going to get this pick because I didn't even think about this guy.
So it's not Neat Clifford.
No, it's not
It's not
McNeely.
Liam McNeely.
Wow, I forgot about this guy.
Yeah,
Hold on.
I'm not even gonna lie. Wow, that's crazy.
he's nice. He's
That's
Is
athletic
this
athletic
a
as
very
hell.
simple- Wow, I forgot about him.
Kalkbrenner? Is this Kalkbrenner?
No. Kalkbrenner is going to be a second round guy. Hey, another Jewish
Oh,
player.
Drake Powell. Drake Powell. Okay.
I didn't even like think about this guy because he wasn't even declared for the
Interesting.
draft until like not even a month ago.
Interesting
He's like one
pick
of those
because
guys
he's a
who was,
good
like, one
spot
of
up
the
shooter.
last, like guys to declare for the draft.
Great spot up shooter. Athlete. This is a summer league player though. I don't think this is an NBA ready guy.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I agree.
He's pretty nice.
I don't know. He hasn't done much other than just spot ups or like off the pass.
He'll develop.
Well, yeah, he will. I just don't think it's now.
Not right now.
I
no.
don't think
He's
he
not ready
contribute.
now.
I don't think he is. Hubert Davis is his cousin. That is so stupid.
He looks pretty raw from what I'm
His
seeing.
own head coach is his cousin. Yeah, he's
Man,
a very raw player. This
The
is
NBA scouts
is a
must
play-
not see anything in Danny Wolf.
that, or they. I don't know.
Like I thought from my standpoint, I know I'm not a scout, but geez, he looks good, dude.
Who, McNeely?
No, well,
No,
yeah,
Danny
him too.
Wolf.
But I was talking about Danny Wolf.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, the
I
thing
don't
is,
know.
though, like I said, like his flaws are just very apparent, and you got to think the way he played at Michigan probably isn't going to be the way he's going to be able to play on a NBA team because
And you guys were what? You guys were a grit and grind kind of offense. You weren't really like super fast paced.
no, that's honestly kind of we were so one of the reasons we led the Big Ten in turnovers is because we played way too fast for our own good, and a big
Oh,
part of
you
that is that Danny Wolf at times really struggled with pacing. Like there's not a single team that I've ever seen that has caused more unforced turnovers because of like rushing into your sets or like trying to like speed up the tempo unnecessarily than us last year, and a lot of that was because of Wolf. Man, he averaged like. I'm pretty sure in the month of January, he averaged like almost 5 turnovers per game.
Well, that
Like-
that's your point. Your point's pretty valid then, because this era is very space and pace, so it's just not.
Yeah.
gonna be very.
I mean,
good.
he's got a very unique skill set, and like I said, his flaws can be ironed out of his game like with the right development. But it's just he needs to improve defensively if he gets dragged out to the perimeter, which he will. And he's not going to be like he's going to have to adjust to be at most be like a more traditional big because he's not going to be like the primary ball handler because we actually had him bring the ball up more than any player on our team. Like he brought the ball up more than our guards did, which is crazy.
The Hawks have another pick right here. Fuck. Am I tripping? When did they trade this pick?
I forgot all about Drake Powell though, because he was one of those guys that like declared without an agent and then like tested the water in the combine and then he stayed in. I'm really interested to see how UNC is going to be this year, losing him and Venel and Lubin.
Well,
They're
UNC
kind of
was
cooking right now, dude. The Nets are having a really good draft.
Dude, UNC barely made the tournament as is last year. If they're losing key players, I don't like their
This
chances.
is a good reason why they made it.
They got RJ Davis's old ass out of there, and they're gonna have a new backcourt, and they're gonna have a new forward room as well because they lost Elliot Cadeau. Actually transferred to Michigan after Davis graduated, and then they lost Powell and Van Allen. So
Is Seth Trimble still there?
Seth Trimble is the only returning starter. Yeah.
And he might not even get drafted. I don't know. He had a rough couple years.
Yeah, he might be a junior guy at this point.
He was really good coming out of high school, dude. Like insane. I don't know what happened.
Dude, that Menominee Falls team was nuts back in the day.
Dude, Menominee Falls, we would beat the dog crap out of them, but they were still good. Like
that's because you went to Pewaukee. That's why. You guys were just,
I don't know what happened those years that I left. Dude. They were way too good. Right, the Hawks have so many picks too.
D Wade just commented. He said he was like, when you get a good player as talented as Ace with the 5th pick, you don't overthink it, you do it. Good job, Utah Jazz. Love that, D Wade.
Hey man, you're paying me millions of dollars to come and play basketball here. Just shut up and play. Like, come on.
Literally, shut your ass up and play basketball.
You can't be complaining, bro. Millions of people would kill for the opportunity. How can you sit here and complain about what team you're going to? I wouldn't give a shit.
Bro, you're the 5th pick. You're about to get like a $30 million signing bonus. Like, bro, what are we complaining about? Like
that's like when BYU got like AJ Dynavansta and Rob Wright from Baylor, who was VJ Edgecombe's backcourt partner. Like all the comments were like, I'd go to Utah for $4 million too, man. I don't blame him.
All right, I just got a text a question from someone. They want to know who our favorite picks of this draft so far are. I'll start with mine. I think it's Kaman Malawak. I've been so high on this guy ever since starting to like really hone in on college basketball. Starting back in like January, I was watching big on Wisconsin, Marquette, and like games here and there. I was big on Memphis at one point too because of PJ Haggerty and Tyrese Hunter, but I really honed in on Kaman Malawak. I think he is going to be a staple in basketball for years to come. So that's my favorite pick. We'll go into your guys' after this. You guys are all seeing the pick before me. I'm gonna just.
I completely forgot about this guy. This is a fantastic pick for New Orleans.
I'm gonna just not.
Hawks have it, right?
It's going to Atlanta though.
Yeah, this is Atlanta. This is Atlanta's pick.
Oh,
so
yeah, okay. This is a fantastic. Still, this late, this is a fantastic pick. Honestly, this might be one of my favorite picks of the draft.
Finally.
I mean, he had Georgia playing good ball this year.
This is a great pick. This is beautiful.
Hold on. Still haven't seen it yet.
Wow.
All right. Hold on.
Here's the thing, though. I don't know how clear of a path forward he has.
Asa Newell, yeah. Asa Newell's a good pick. Yeah, Kaman Malawak is my favorite pick so far. I'm just gonna say Cooper Flagg's off limits for this little question, but favorite picks from you guys so far. Who have been your favorite picks?
I think Derek Queen at 13 is a really good one.
I obviously like Fears, and I really, 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 really like Carter Bryant. Really like Carter Bryant to the Spurs. Really good pick.
I'm going to say mine is probably Thomas Sorber to the Thunder. I think that's a home run pick. You get an eventual eventual replacement for Isaiah Hartenstein because I'm thinking in a couple years when the third year, yeah, because like Hartenstein's going to be in the prime of his career, and if he continues on this path, putting up like 12 and 12, he might be the guy that the Thunder aren't able to pay because they're going to pay Chet, they're going to pay J-Dub. Like, there's going to be some sort of a cap casualty at some point.
I don't know. I feel like
develop from behind Hartenstein for like a couple years, and then he could maybe be your starting center to put next to Chet long term.
I really like the Heat's pick too. Jack Konis.
Oh yeah,
he's a really good pick. Obviously,
once he gets the 3 to start falling with more regularity, he's gonna end up being like a Tyler Hero 2.0 for
Yeah.
that team.
I mean, if there's a place for him to develop, it's with Spo.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think the Heat are committed to Davion Mitchell right now. I know that they really want to re-sign him, but he's getting up there. Well, he's not getting up there, but I thought he was a lot younger than he was. He's already 26. So he could be a nice point guard for the future to pair with Tyler Hero. But honestly, I love this Asa Newell pick. I mean, this is a guy that I would have thought if you would had to trade up to get. But to get him at 23, good insurance policy if Zion doesn't play a lot, which is always a guarantee. This guy's physical. He plays really hard defense without fouling. He's got great touch in the low post. I was a big fan of Asa Newell. I did not think he would fall this far.
I mean, Ace Bailey's another easy shout too. So just because he fell to 5 and Utah had to, when it falls in your lap, you might as well.
My friend who's an Illinois fan just texted me and said this is the first time there's been back-to-back Illinois picks in the first round since 2005. With Luther, Head, and D. Williams. Pretty cool. There's no way McNeely falls out of the first round, right?
No, they got like 5 teams left.
Yeah, I'm just.
Gosh dang it, Sham spoiled it again. I don't know how he pushes through my D&D, but I just saw the pick here.
I'm not even looking at my phone, but
Yeah, just don't even look at your phone.
Yeah, the thing is, I got the stream on my phone just because there's no TV in this area. So every time I look over there, because I'm just watching the stream on there, I'm getting it.
Here's what you do, Chris. You delete Twitter. Or log out. You could log out of your Twitter. More serious take. You could log out.
I could log into the Shot of Sports
Wait,
Twitter and see if that works.
OKC is trading this pick to the Kings, I think.
Oh, Chris, is that what was leaked?
That was part of what was leaked, yeah.
Okay.
Who's the King? Who's available right now?
I keep saying it, but Nick Clifford and Liam McNeil, Danny Wolf.
Dude, so what you're saying is Sam Presti just got 7 more. Sam Presti just got 7 more future first round picks, is what we're saying.
Yeah, probably.
It's Clifford, right?
He got a 5th grader in the trade, probably.
This has to be Nick Clifford. It has to be.
It's 100% Clifford. There's no way they can take anyone else. They don't need anyone else. Well, they do, but.
All right. Mute it. Yeah, hold on. Mute that stuff. Why don't they just finalize these trades immediately? That's what I don't like about this.
You get it yet?
Nope, not yet. I get the moratorium period starts in a few days, but like, just finalize the trades. If trades happen, finalize trades. Yeah, good pick.
Yep. All right. Well, I mean,
It was gonna happen at some point. And he's wearing purple too. Shout out to Kings.
That's a 6 suit.
He knew.
He must have known.
That looks kind of like a Jazz suit though, with like the gradient purple into the white. Looks like the Utah Jazz like throwback jerseys, kind of. But
Yeah, that is kind of sick. Like the John Stockton jerseys. Yeah. I like
listen,
those.
man, I don't think there's a player in this draft with his skill set that's more pro ready. I mean, it's one of those 5-year players that's going to come in and make an instant impact, especially for a team like the Kings, who kind of remind me of the Bulls, not just because they kind of rebuilt the Bulls with the DeRozan and LaVine trades, but it's because in this new era they've had, they don't ever really seem content with like tearing it down and rebuilding. They keep just trying to kick the can down the road and like try to make something out of nothing and like escape the play-in. This is the type of player that a team that wants to win now drafts, a guy that, is going to come out running and be able to contribute day one and isn't going to need like a couple of years. Good 3-level score. Like, yeah, I like the pick. The only thing is, though, I don't really like that a team like the Kings that should be rebuilding isn't, and they parted with. I don't know how much they gave up, but like a team like the Kings should not be giving draft assets. They should be acquiring more draft assets. So
maybe they see their team is good enough to compete with just a couple extra retools.
But dude, I literally can tell you. You're probably right, but I can tell you because they kind of just rebuilt the Bulls just with a better center. That DeMar and Levine is not a winning combination. They're both really good players, but they don't work well together at all. The spacing is off. I'm not a fan of that. And
When DeMar is like, we've talked about him getting old for 4 years now. I think we're finally getting to the point where he is getting old per se, and he's going to start taking more steps back just as he ages.
I just don't know if I buy into like he's a good player, but he's going to be good for them, but he's going to be 27 when his rookie contract expires. For a team that needs to be rebuilding and probably should be, oh no.
No
If I'm gonna
sponsors.
trade up for somebody, I want to trade up for someone who has high upside and is super young.
The Reese's Cups, no sponsor.
Okay. I know Orlando really liked Walter Clayton, but Orlando needs a guard here.
Oh yeah, my favorite pick was the Baylor pick. My bad.
Cooper Flag's pro comparison is Kawhi Leonard. That's no sense.
I think Flag is a little bit more athletic than
Pick is in for the
Kawhi,
Magic.
He's really like a Jason Tatum.
I think
Pick is in for the Magic.
Steve is more like his like quickness is better than Kawhi's in my opinion, but I don't know.
I think Flag is a little bit more flashy than Kawhi is too.
Lucas,
Yeah, a little bit.
Lucas should give his
A little more emphatic. Maybe not flashy because they have similar skill sets, but a little more emphatic with it.
Lucas should
Yeah,
give,
I think
Lucas
that's
should give
fair.
his home to Cooper Flag, the one that they just bought before he got traded. Give it to him.
God, dog, I see Brooklyn 2 more times. My God.
They had
Oh,
5
dude.
first rounders.
Bro,
Well,
they're
it's-
cooking
And
right
they've
now.
used,
They're going
they've
to
used
spend every one
the
of those
first
picks,
three.
too. They're going to spend every one of those
They
picks.
have a sixth of all picks being made tonight. 6 first-round picks, bro. It's crazy.
Couple of my
They went
friends.
Igor Demon. Then they went Nolan Traore. Then they went Drake Powell.
Yeah.
And now they have 2 more after Orlando's pick.
Oh, I would love Danny. I think, okay, if Danny Wolf is going to go somewhere for the best, this would be the best fit for Danny Wolf, in my opinion. Because
So
they need
Orlando?
he needs a secondary ball handler. He probably doesn't have the skill set to be a primary ball handler in the NBA, if I'm being unbiased, but he definitely could be a guy to take the pressure off like Jalen Suggs and Anthony Black. I think this is going to be big. I'm going to mute. It's coming up for me.
It must
Alright,
suck
yeah,
to
you-
see your name on that big board that's best available and you just don't get it.
Oh, wow.
It's like Shedeur Sanders.
We haven't really seen a Shedeur like slide though, other than maybe
I
Liam
thought
McNeely.
Ace was gonna fall a little bit more than he did just because of that, but
Wow.
The Jazz said no.
I mean,
We're taking you.
it's a good pick. It's a good pick. This is where he was
Ooh.
projected.
not bad, not bad.
It's a good pick.
All right, I haven't seen it yet. Hold on, brother, hold on. Let me talk to your shoes, man. Oh, I just saw it. Okay, I spoiled it for myself. Yep, good pick.
Yeah.
They need a point guard.
I think it makes sense for them.
They need a point guard.
And this is
Yes.
a good spot for him because he doesn't have to be like the main point guard because they have Suggs and Anthony Black.
Yes.
They need another
My
guard
boy
for
Jace
rotation. Good
Richardson,
pick.
baby. Yes.
And there's
This
still
is a
free
good spot
agency
for
coming
him.
up too. Chris, your dog going crazy.
This is a very interesting pick, even though
My bad, yo.
I'm not a fan of
Let
it.
me see the dog. What's the dog look like? What kind of dog
Dog
you got?
is not. I don't know where the dog is.
Boy, yes.
The dog is in the basement, I
don't
think,
think that's-
unfortunately. But
Yes. Yes. Go green. Yes.
I don't think that's a good pick.
Here we go.
I don't
No?
care where he goes. As long as
It's
Green
40,
gets
90?
picks.
No,
I think
not
it is
because of him. Not because of him. Just the fit. Like, I
Oh,
feel like
yeah.
he needed a center.
They
He
definitely did.
I thought
They
he
did
should have went to
better,
Brooklyn.
but I don't know what it is, but Jamal Mosley just does not want to hand the keys to Anthony Black. I don't know if he doesn't trust him. I don't know if he isn't developing. I don't know. But if
Black's not
Anthony
the
Black
best on the
is
offensive
part of their
end.
plans, they need a guard to go with Suggs.
He's not the best on the offensive end. They want another offensive-oriented guard. This is who they got in Jace Richardson. That's what they want.
I don't
They
like
want to
that.
score points to win games. They don't want to have to play defense to win games. They want to score points to win. That's
a
what they have now with Jace Richardson, with Desmond Bain, with Jalen Suggs.
Well, the thing is, their front court is so good defensively.
Yeah.
Franz and Paulo are their front court is so good defensively that they don't need their guards to be elite.
It's the strategy I was talking about how we're seeing more defensive-oriented bigs in the league, where they're going to force the ball to be shot from outside. And if teams have bad shooting nights, they're not winning against teams like Orlando now. Orlando's on the up and come, too. They're coming
No
up.
ads. No ad sponsors.
I think if they struggle this year, Mosley's got to go because there's been a couple of years of stagnation from Orlando.
Yeah, I guess.
You could say that, but then again, he did play in the league with Boston.
I think they kind of do need a guard because they got rid of Cole Anthony.
Yeah, that's
Black.
I know, but that's
the
what I'm saying.
replacement.
I don't know how good he is offensively because the thing is, when Suggs got hurt, they didn't give
Anthony
him.
was nice for offensive piece.
You know when I go get post game sound from Ace Bailey this year, I'm gonna be 8 years older than this kid.
That is tough.
Damn.
That is tough.
Did you hurt your neck saying that, bro?
I turned 20. I turned 26 next week, and this kid is 18.
Oh my god! Happy early birthday!
26.
And he turns 18.
JMB really is UNC, bro.
Ace Bailey isn't even 18 yet.
He says right here, I'm watching my Utah Jazz show.
Right.
They draft show. It says he's 18.
Wow.
I mean, he'll be 19 by next year, probably. I would think, but
Because Cooper Flag is still going to be 18 for a decent part of next season.
Mm-hmm.
Cooper Flag reclassed though. That's the thing about him.
I forget about that. Yeah, that's crazy, man. We're getting old,
Which is
man.
why some people were saying that he would stay at Duke another year just because he had that extra year on everybody.
That whole portion of the Duke fan base who was so delusional enough that they convinced themselves into believing that they were gonna get another year. I swear, man, Duke fans are some of the most greedy fans on the planet because they thought that they thought you're like, dude, Maloak should stay to develop more and Khan should stay, but Caleb Foster shouldn't transfer. He should just remain on the bench, and Isaiah Evans shouldn't transfer. They want everything, and I'm like, dude, you guys have the Boozer twins and 2 other 5-stars coming, It's just they wanted I saw this one Duke fan page that was this is how Duke wins a national championship. Maloak doesn't declare. Knupel doesn't declare. Tyrese comes back for his senior year. Caleb Foster is a lethal guard off the bench. Isaiah Evans is a lethal forward off the bench. I'm like, dude, you guys are gonna have 20 players on your roster.
It just wouldn't make any sense.
No,
I forgot how good Reese's were.
Yeah, Reese's bang, dude.
As someone with a peanut allergy, I can't comment on that.
So tough.
You're missing out, brother.
Not for real.
You're missing out, man.
Hey, right now though, this stage of our lives right now, fun fact, this is when new allergies start to pop up, dude. I'm allergic to a couple fruits now, out of nowhere.
You know,
Literally
I
out
can't
of
drink
nowhere.
milk like that. I have to drink lactose intolerant milk.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Was that recent?
Yeah.
How recent? In the last year or two?
Yep.
Yeah, dude. It's weird too.
I was at
Nectarines
Whitewater.
and a
one
couple
day.
kinds of apples. I can't anymore.
I was at Whitewater one day. I drank milk. I was like, damn, my stomach. So I went to the bathroom. And I'm like, no, what? Fuck it. I mean, it ain't nothing wrong. Then I went and drank some more, a couple days later. Went back to the bathroom. I'm like, God. the third time, my body was like, bro, this is not it.
Mhm.
I mean, the funny part is like whitewater dining. I wouldn't have even questioned it.
I'm like, bro, like,
You gotta like ask her, bro.
and I tried to like let it go, and then I got here, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna try it again one more time. I tried it. My body does not like it, but it likes mac and cheese, and it eats cheeseburgers.
Make that make
it's
sense.
probably something in there. There's got to be some component in there.
Hey
There's got to
man,
be something in milk or
Derek
something.
Queen, Zion, and Jordan Poole. That's a nasty duo, healthy. Or nasty trio. My bad.
I was about
I
to
mean,
say
they got
trio,
Trey
bro.
Murphy and Herb Jones too. So
Trey
it's not
Murphy's
a bad.
nice.
Trey Murphy, not Herb Jones.
That's why I say, like, going back to what you said earlier, like I don't think the Pelicans are really going to be that bad this year, Sam, if they can stay healthy. It's a big
Bro, they're,
if.
they're always a playoff team if they're healthy. They're just not contending.
They're not seeing. Oh, I completely forgot about this guy. Oh, hell yeah. I forgot about this
I
guy.
feel like we've said that the last like 4 picks.
Pretty much.
Well, this guy, let's just say this guy's one of my own, so I gotta hype him up.
Is this Vlad Golden?
Oh no, that would be insane. No, I mean like one of my
I'm
own.
like, bro,
Like,
that's not a first round pick.
Dude, they should.
Oh,
Okay,
no,
for
no,
back-to-back
okay,
picks
okay.
like this, they should just make both picks. Tell me I'm wrong. They should just make both picks.
I don't know who this is, bro.
dude, another Jew
I've
in the
never heard
league,
of this
baby.
guy.
Another Jew in the league. Let's go. We're multiplying.
He looks decent. He looks like you. I ain't gonna lie.
We're multiplying, man.
Yeah, nice.
Stop it.
You're a basketball MVP. Okay.
We got,
Israel.
we're gonna have Ryan Kalkbrenner, Danny Wolf, and Sarah.
Bad look, Sarah.
Lefty shooter.
Both parents played professional basketball in Israel's first division. Fun fact.
This guy played at Maccabi Tel Aviv is good, man. That's where like Amari Stoudemire played. That's like the
Where
best.
Pat Bev played. Is it
Yeah,
not?
I believe so.
Very excited to do it. Have a great team. Scores. Get it done.
Oh yeah, Domantas Sabonis. I forgot. Yeah, he's Jewish.
Gonna be great. I've got
Really? That's surprising.
Yeah.
Well,
He is
he's Baltic though. That
soon.
yeah, he's from the Baltic area. That's not surprising.
Yeah, Jewish descent. I don't know if y'all know Amari Bailey. He's on the Hornets. He was a second-round pick a couple years ago. He's another Jew.
Yeah, what's going on right now? Maybe
Those are the only 3 current ones, but we're gonna have like double that this year because you got Seraph, you got Kalkbrenner, Danny Wolf.
And you?
To the Jazz bowler. I'm gonna send it back to you.
Thanks so much. Walter, welcome. He's a Utah Jazz man. We'll get to see him sooner than later. Of course, he goes to the press, meet the players, and then we get busy with some practice and summer league. They're the 2 Jazz players right there, Ace Bailey, Walter Clayton Jr.
Yeah, and we also get an opportunity, as you mentioned, when they come here.
I'm just happy we got an All-American.
Yeah, and get to know them, and we're fortunate enough to be able.
Who is this dude?
Chris,
Is that Clockbrenner?
Jacob Mizorowski's ERA through 3 starts. He's 3-0 with a 1.13 ERA in 16 innings.
He still got like 4 picks
strikeouts.
left.
I
19
saw this.
strikeouts, 0.63 whip.
I saw this today, and I laughed actually when I saw it. That he just graduated into the top 10 pitching prospects. I'm like, he wasn't there already.
Who are the 9 guys that are better than him?
Well,
I
two
mean,
of
the
them
guy
are-
on the
that.
Reds is
I
looks
know
really
that Burns is
promising,
nasty.
but
Chase Burns is gross. Rhett Lauder is gross too. I'll give him those, but like
I know that 2 of them
the
are
Miz is-
Sox, Noah Schultz and Hagen Smith.
They take them.
Noah Schultz better than Miz?
dude, Miz is he throws 103.
Noah
Miz
Schultz
is
is
a
the
real
best left-handed.
dude.
Wait, is Miz a lefty?
No, he's a
I don't
righty.
think
Dude, he's
so, no.
literally Jacob
Noah
DeGrom.
Schultz is the best left-handed pitching prospect in baseball, and he's like I think he's like number like 18 or 17. But no,
Liam
Noah Schultz
McNally.
is definitely-
McNally.
But Miz, dude, you look at the mechanics. Look at Rob Friedman's Twitter page, Pitching Ninja, dude. He side by sides DeGrom and Mizorowski. They're the same guy. Miz has a little bit more of a chaotic delivery, but it's like slight though. right? He's still very calm with it, going to the plate, and he's shoving 102 down your throat into the 6th inning. I mean,
He had 12
90s
pitches in the first inning today over 100 miles an hour.
he has a cutter. He has a cutter at 96 that runs like a slider. They call it a slider because of how much run it has.
Oh, pick is in.
They should just make these picks back to back. Like I don't know why they didn't just do that.
I watched Miz today, like during warm-ups. I'm like, I saw one of them with no one else out there, and I'm like, how do you hit that? How does one even like comprehend that? The ball's at the plate within a second, basically.
You have to know out the hand. You can't. Oh boy, this is another.
This one I don't give a fuck. I'm spoiling it. Let's go.
This is another Juice guy or a Michigan guy. It's one of the two. It's one of the two.
It's gotta be Danny Wolf.
Hey.
Yeah, well, he's howling. It's Danny Wolf.
It's gotta be Danny Wolf.
Let's
I'm just
go.
saying, yeah. It's Danny Wolf.
Back-to-back Jews? Are we serious?
I mean, you know, New York City is a pretty high Jewish population, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they are.
Dusty May's here. Dude, let's go. Back-to-back Jews, man. That's so cool.
David, I'll look forward to clicking through the 15 slides on your Snapchat story tonight.
The what?
The 15 slides you have about Danny Wolf on your Snapchat story tonight. I'll look forward to that.
It'll be way more than 15, bro. It'll be way more than 15. Let's go, dude. And you know what? I think this is a good spot for him. I think this is a good, like, it's a good pick for Brooklyn too. You got all these picks. You can take a swing on a high upside guy who, you know, is only 20 years old, who has some boomer bust potential, but in the right system. You really don't have another big outside of Claxton. But the thing about Wolf is that even though he's 7'1", he played a lot of 4. Vlad Golden was our 5. Danny Wolf at 7 feet tall has experience playing at the 4. So I think
All right,
this is a
3 more picks here in the first round. Liam McNeely is still best available. Then you're looking at Hugo Gonzalez from Spain, Rasheer Fleming from St. Joe's, Ryan Kalkbrenner, Creighton, Jameer Watkins, Florida State, Chaz Lanier from Tennessee. He's still out there. Janai Broom is still there. What does Boston do here? I feel like Janai Broom goes 29 or 30. I think he goes to the Clips. The Clips could use another big with Zubox. If I'm the Clippers, I'm looking at Janai Broom. He's another rebounding big. Janai Broom is not that athletic. He's not the hype of the best college basketball player that he was getting back before the tournament. However,
I'm sorry, my audio cut out like all that. What are you guys talking about?
3 picks left. Liam McNeely, best available. And then Hugo Gonzalez from Spain, Rasheer Fleming, Kalkbrenner, Jameer Watkins, Chaz Lanier, Janai Broom, Tyrese Proctor, Tanji, Eric Dixon, Cam Jones, Vlad Golden, Victor Locken, Kobe Sanders. I mean, there's some good names here for 28, 29, 30.
Most of the guys you just mentioned are going to be day 2 picks, though.
I mean, McNeely
outside of McNeely should go in the first round, but every other guy that you mentioned, I think probably is like early second round.
Well, and who would go 29, 30? I mean, that's basically early second round as is.
Yeah, Hugo Gonzalez probably. I think Rasheer Fleming definitely has a shot, but like, listen, I like Vlad Golden, but I don't honestly know if he's going to get drafted. I just think there's such, like I said, there's just such a negative image about like older college basketball players. It's going to cause a lot of them, like think about a guy like Drew Timme, or like a guy like Coburn, or like Oscar Tshiebwe was barely drafted. Like,
what I miss? Danny Wolf.
Yes, sir.
Nets.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's a horrible place for him to go, but I love it. Fuck it.
I mean, they have picks to burn.
mean, they basically drafted a starting 5 tonight.
I love it. I love it. They drafted a starting 5. If they do trade Claxton, because I've seen him in a lot of mocks, he can instantly come in and start at the 5. But like I said, man, he's got experience at the 4.
Saraf.
I think the 4 is the better.
Saraf, Powell, Demon, and Wolf is a quick 5. Bro, get his brother off the TV. I don't need to see him crying. I don't need to see a dude who went to Lehigh.
Don't disrespect CJ McCollum.
Hey, man, I wasn't disrespecting CJ McCollum. I was just disrespecting Lehigh.
That's fair. Oh, all right. They're about to
Boston pick.
No shade at Lehigh. Their tournament run is pretty
who
nice.
this guy is on the Celtics, but
Oh, I see it now too. Yeah, Hugo Gonzalez.
Okay, it's the guy you were talking about, Sam. Hey,
Okay,
I'm
no.
telling you right now, if Neely falls out of the first round, that's going to be one of the best picks in the draft. That's going to be like Filipowski last year.
imagine the Bucks get him.
Oh my god.
Gonzalez is a project.
I wouldn't
Gonzalez is
mind that.
100% a project.
I think the Bucks. I think the best pick for the Bucks is somebody like Jameer Watkins, like a high upside athletic wing.
Gonzalez to me is
How about a center?
like a little bit less developed Luka in a way.
I'm fine with the center
He's
for
not
the
the
Bucks.
shooter that
They,
Luka is.
Thing is,
But
though,
he's a
there's
little
not
bit
going to
less
be a lot of good
physically.
centers available down there, though. Like outside of like Amari Williams and Kalkbrenner. Kalkbrenner's not going to follow your pick. Maybe Amari Williams is the only guy. But the thing about Amari Williams is that he's old and he's like a one-trick pony. So I don't know.
How old is he?
He's like 24.
Ain't that bad.
You know, I
Great.
mean, yeah, you just got to think like these guys are like going to be like almost 30 before they're, when their rookie contract ends up.
Sounds about Milwaukee to me.
All right. So this is the Hornets pick here at 29. Remember, this was the Mark Williams trade. Mark Williams to the Suns in exchange for the 29th and a future first. They don't really need to go big.
Let's see if they make it worth it.
So the Suns,
really
just
need
to
to
be
go
clear, drafted Malawatch and traded for Mark Williams.
Yes. So
Interesting.
the Hornets could go big. The Hornets could go big here. They had a Knuppel tonight. They have any other picks tonight? I think it was just that.
Wait, the Hornets?
It was just Knuppel.
Yeah, he's the only one so far.
Or did
Whoa. Wait. I think they're getting number 20. It says they're trading. Phoenix is trading 29 to
Yeah. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Yeah. We're just saying, did they have any other picks? Yeah. So far it's just Knuppel. They could use big. I think that's the way they go. I think they go big. So Rasheer Fleming, Ryan Kalkbrenner, even
Sam,
going like Maxime Reynaud.
I pulled this up, Sam, right before Wolf got drafted. I got distracted, but Noah Schultz has a 1.33 ERA this year in AAA in 11 starts.
So he's going to be coming up pretty soon.
It says he's projected late, 2020. I'm not sure if he'll actually get brought up, but I mean, I'm not sure if he'll be better than Mizorowski, but he's been incredibly good.
Dude,
I don't doubt that. I'm not saying he's bad by any. I just think Mizorowski is the better guy. But yeah, Noah Schultz is a good prospect still. I think he's gonna keep hogging that rotation for years. You're looking at a Chris Sale prototype.
We're entering the golden era of pitching right now. There's just so many insane pitchers that are coming into the league.
They're getting injured just as fast, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it basically feels like every great pitcher is getting Tommy John surgery. Like at some point, do top prospects start just repairing their arms before anything goes wrong? Like, do we see that from pitchers soon?
I
feel like we could.
I was just saying about why he was like ranked higher in pipeline, just because he's been doing so well in I don't know what Mizorowski's AAA stats were, but Schultz has I think that's the third lowest ERA in AAA right now.
Well, we'll pull up his minor league stats. Miz this year in AAA was 4-2, a 2.13 ERA, 2.2 runs allowed per 9. In 63 innings, he had 80 Ks, a WHIP of 1.08. He only allowed 4 home runs, 31 walks. So the walks are kind of high. His walks have always been high, though. His command was always an issue. It's going to continue to be an issue until he ages into it a little bit. Like the running gag was that Jacob Mizrowski would be so good at baseball if he knew where the ball was going out of his hand, right? But it's not like he has zero clue. It's just the command issues. Just he's missing off the plate by just an extra inch or two than the average pitcher. So he's nearly untouchable. He is nearly an untouchable pitcher. In 3 games this year, he has the same amount of wins as he has hits allowed. 3 wins to 3 hits. Ridiculous.
I'll put that up next to it. So this year, Schultz has a 1.48 ERA with 89 strikeouts in 61 innings with a 1.02 WHIP and in 16 starts. So I'm just saying, like, I can see why, just because the numbers are a little better. But I get what you're saying. I mean, the thing that surprised me about him was just how tall he was. Isn't he like 6'8"?
Miz is 6'7".
He's 6'7". His only defect is that a gust of wind would blow him over.
Is one of the like coming from.
He's a telephone. He's a beanstalk.
Coming from a tall, skinny guy, dude. I can relate to that. Oh wait, hold on. They're announcing.
Stathead cannot do a comparison with Noah Schultz because they don't do minor league comparisons. But yeah, side by side, it's side by side. I mean, Noah Schultz is no slouch. Don't get me wrong, but the Miz is the real deal. Dude. There's a reason why. There's a reason why.
The Suns have had a good draft. They've had a good night.
Well, this is the Hornets pick. Don't let's forget.
Hornets got us.
Oh yeah, that's why I said they get Khan and.
Hornets got a steal.
Yeah, no, he's good.
Oh my God.
But the thing is, though, like Nas, you see what I'm talking about, though. Like he's a good shooter, but he didn't shoot well.
Who, McNeely? Yeah, I know.
He shot like 32%. That's why I'm saying, like, I think he's going to be good, but I can see why he fell a little bit.
Not
he,
this
I mean,
far, I had him in top like 15.
I had him in the early 20s. This is a little bit of a crazy slide, but this is a good. I'll wait and see on Knoopel, but this is maybe my favorite pick of the draft.
They got a steal, dude. He's gonna love Phoenix so much.
Charlotte
Jesus.
pick.
God damn it, dude. Why is this? They need to put that on there.
I mean, they got some. They got some solid wings on that
this
team.
This is what
now.
I'm getting at. Dude,
they got Brandon Miller
the
there still too.
Off-season trades, even before the playoffs end, need to be made official so that this confusion doesn't happen.
Yeah,
they need to just make them official. Instead
of
getting all technical with them,
gotta make the draft more
make
dramatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but these dudes are walking down there with the wrong hats on every time. It's confusing.
Well, it's not the wrong hat. It's because the pick is still owned by the team until the trade becomes official. But we know that he's going to the Hornets. So
right, that's why I put the team right there. Hornets always.
It's like Dirk. It's like when Dirk got drafted by the Bucks. When he got drafted by the Bucks, and 30 minutes later, he got sent to the Mavericks.
You were talking earlier about how Cooper wears 32. I didn't even click to me. Dirk wore 41. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's kind of iconic. That's iconic.
I know, but like, I don't know why. Is there like some kind of reason why he did?
Probably was the number he was given. It was 90s basketball. They didn't really care about rookies like that.
True.
He turned out to be one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, this is sick. They're having his mom give them like the scouting report of him as a player. His mom's like, he can shoot, he can pass, he makes all the right plays. They're not talking about like him as a kid or his journey. It's like, Mom, you give us the scouting report.
When
His mom played. His mom
yeah, his mom was a D1 player. They just showed her.
That's pretty cool.
Mom looks good.
She's tall.
Yeah, she is tall because he's like 6'6".
One more pick, the Clippers, and they go big too. I think they reach on Kalkbrenner. That or they keep the Stanford guy, Maxime Reynaud. They keep Stanford
that's the other guy I forgot about. Yeah, I would love Kalkbrenner, man. 3 Jews in one round, in one first round, man. That'd be so cool. No, I'm not even kidding, man. Like there's only 3 active Jews in the NBA right now before tonight, and we would triple that if Kalkbrenner went tonight.
He'll be going tomorrow.
That Montverde team was stacked.
Yeah. And all of them except Coop fell well below where everyone thought they would.
Are you guys fans of Dan Hurley?
Yes, yeah, I think he's so sick. I think he's tough.
Fire me up, Dan Hurley. If there was a coach to be an electric factory, it's Dan Hurley. I like when coaches kind of talk their talk. I like when coaches talk their talk and back up their guys and talk big about their players. I like that about Dan Hurley. And he did that early in the year. Remember the Maui Jim Maui Invitational where they fell to UNC, Dayton, and I forgot the other team they lost to.
Yeah, and then there was Colorado, I think. After that.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah, they fell out of the top 25. Hurley was big talking his guys and said, "Hey, this is a team that'll still make noise. This is not UConn basketball. We know what UConn basketball is. We're going to go out there and prove it again." And then they worked themselves back into the top 10 again. I mean, it's a little bit of bias towards UConn, those rankings at A, because they'd won 2 championships in a row. But B, that's because UConn basketball was still great. Alex Caravan was still on that team. You had McNeely. You had other guys on that team as well that could really shoot the ball.
Solo Ball was really good. He'll be back next year.
I mean, they took Florida to the brink. In the second round.
I was going to say the one reason I don't like Hurley is because
that's what I'm saying.
He tried to blame that on the refs. He was like, "I hope they don't F you like they F'd us, Baylor," or like something like that. I was like, "Dude,
that's him talking his talk," and I like that. He's down to earth. He knows the sport really well.
Blaming the refs when you miss like 7 clutch shots in a row that could have tied or taken the lead. I don't really like that. I like Hurley, but I thought that was kind of weak. They were just one of the victims of like Walter Clayton's clutch run. But
Walter Clayton, dude, I think if I had a second favorite pick in this draft, it's Walter Clayton. Walter Clayton he's really pro ready. He's pro ready. The Jazz are gonna love him. He might end the season as like the 2 or 3 option for that team because of how much experience he has.
But also depends.
He's a phenomenal shooter
at the end of the season because there might not be Laurie or Sexton or Collins.
Plus defender too. He's a plus defender.
Yeah.
Flips pick is in. They're about to announce it. I think it's gonna be Kalkbrenner.
Final pick of the first round.
I'm gonna say Reynaud just because I don't want to be biased. I would love Kalkbrenner.
Kalkbrenner at the beginning of the season was considered one of the best bigs in college basketball too.
Oh no,
and he can stretch the floor a little bit.
He's older, and his weaknesses are like kind of. I think Kalkbrenner is going to be one of those like elite college players that goes in the second round, and has a solid NBA career. But
you know what he is what we thought Zach. Yeah. What Kalkbrenner is what we thought Zach Edey was going to be last year, is what it is.
Oh my God, I completely forgot about this guy. Another huge combine.
David, how many times have we said that tonight?
We need a ticker. We need a count on that. I'm pretty sure that's like 7 or 8. And that's just in the last 15 picks.
Well, that's because like when it starts to get to like the back end of the first round, like it's like the level of players you see are guys that you like, you might not.
This school had a draft pick. This school got a draft pick.
That's a good pick. That's a really good pick.
Another huge combine riser.
Yeah, he's a great shot blocker too.
22 years
He's a great
old.
shot blocker, and this is what I was talking about. Another big that can get boards and play great defense.
They just got to steal for like cheap
But
too.
Penn State basketball is terrible.
No, this guy.
You got to think about.
So was Rutgers this year, if you think about it, though.
Rutgers.
Well, yeah, but
Rutgers
this guy
is terrible.
wasn't even like projected to get drafted at all until the combine.
Well, understandably so. He plays for Penn State. They don't have anyone great on that team other than Niederhauser. And even though some of those stats might be a little inflated, he's not the greatest shooter. He's not the greatest shooter, but lob threat, good blocks, pick and roll.
I think
And like I was saying, they needed a big that could flip back and forth with Ivica Zubac, give Zubac a little bit more time to rest, get him back in clutch situations, and this is the pick that they made to reflect that. They needed that.
And Penn State was bad, but dude, I have not seen a more unlucky team in college
First
basketball.
round is done.
They had like they had. I'm pretty sure they led the country in like one possession losses.
Looking at round two, I think with Minnesota going at 31, I think this is where we see one of the Wisconsin guards. I think they reach.
Which
I think
one?
they reach for either Cam Jones. Well, one of the was like two Wisconsin
you mean
team
Cam
guys.
Jones or
Cam
John
Jones or
I
Tonje.
was like, Blackwell went back to Wisconsin.
No, Blackwell's with Wisconsin. Blackwell has potential to be a lottery pick next year. He has potential. Like, this is a dude who has legit. He won't be National Player of the Year, but he'll be in the conversation at one point or another during the year. John Blackwell is not a name to like gloss over.
The $1 million question is, when is Carter Gilmore getting drafted tonight?
Yeah, no kidding. He'll be a 10-day summer league guy, turn some heads there, and be like, "Oh my gosh, this guy's great!" And then he'll get a summer league deal, average 3 points, and never play basketball again. He'll go to selling used cars. I mean, that's just the route that a walk-on like Carter Gilmore takes.
He might have
He
a
reached the
hashtag
pinnacle.
open for work tag on LinkedIn pretty soon.
Oh, 100%. And that's not a slight at Carter Gilmore either. He was a great basketball player this year for Wisconsin. He reached the pinnacle of his basketball career. He's not going very far from there.
What year did he graduate high school? Was that 2019?
I think he was 20.
I know he
He was
eliminated
a fifth year. He was a fifth year. I think he was 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
He eliminated my high school from the tournament, but I forget what year it would have been.
Pretty sure it was my class, 2020.
Well, that's the end of the first round. We'll probably be on tomorrow. We have a podcast tomorrow, our regular daily show for Tuesdays and Thursdays tomorrow. So what I will say is everybody subscribe, like, share, and comment. Follow our podcast page on other platforms. We have a Spotify, an Instagram, a TikTok. We will not be posting reels of this, but we'll be back.
It's a lot of
tomorrow
material
for
to
our
work with.
daily show, and any last words?
We will be going over our favorite picks tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
David, join if you'd
It'll just
like.
be interesting.
Yes, sir. I'll let you know. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Second round's gonna be fun.
Yeah, for sure. So
John Tonje, baby.
On the board.
see you tomorrow, and go Jazz.